Please never do that again.
Marble Briggs.
We're back for another stream.
With 107 play points. Wait, no. 99 play points. But some amount of
107 tickets because we had an amazing draft last time.
That's right. Alright. Well, here we go. We'll go ahead and... We're actually going to do some Swiss starting out. I prefer to start out Swiss from the very beginning just to get used to the format and to play more games. The more stuff you see early, the better you're going to do.
Look, they have a fast build signal elimination. How amusing.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot I have packs too.
Yeah, because we won last time.
Yeah.
Annual.
So, one of the big reasons that we will transition from Swiss to 8-4s later on. But starting out Swiss, I just want to play more matches. I just want to see more card interactions. I just want to get used to playing around more of the tricks. And the player difference between the skill gap is less now than any other time because the better players will get much better quicker and the worst players will get somewhat better. So that gap grows as the format goes.
I actually hate playing Magic, so I want to play an 8-4. But, I'm joking. Also, it's tax day. Happy tax day to everyone.
I mean, most
especially all of our viewers viewing right now.
Yeah. Our non-American viewers, this is where...
we actually have no viewers, so...
For now, maybe some of you are on YouTube. And YouTube people!
They'll probably watch our last draft. That one was awesome.
This one will be awesome, too. Here we go.
We pulled double Avison last draft. I'd recommend watching that one. It was way better.
Oh, you're spoiling it for people that are watching out of order. They won't know which one it is.
No, they shouldn't watch out of order.
You must watch every video sequentially.
I don't live my life out of order. They shouldn't watch our videos out of order.
Yeah, if Brad ever wakes up and like brushes his teeth after he eats breakfast, he just goes back to sleep immediately and tries again in 24 hours. We're really waiting on this last person here. I thought we were ready to go.
I don't want to wait on him. Let's just start without him. Deck building, 9 minutes. Is that the normal time? Do we usually have that long?
We usually do 5 minutes because we usually do 8-4 fast builds.
Oh.
But not this time.
Nope.
Okay, so we have options. Let's talk about the cards here. I do not think Invocation of Saint Draft.
Nope, not very good.
It is not very good. It is a card you can play later if you have a creature with evasion or hexproof. Situations where I'd play this card is if I had the if I somehow ended up a 3-color deck with that vampire that makes that flips over to become hexproof and unblockable and indestructible. But for the most part, this card is just not good.
I like the foil flip card.
I like a Cursed Witch as well. Here, let's get rid of the paint. I do not need the paint. I can read every one of these cards.
Oh, well, that makes one of us. So I also like the werewolf, but not a first pick.
So my pick order is a Cursed Witch, Gissa's Bidding, actually, Humble the Brute, and I mean everything else for me is kind of in the middle. I wouldn't be too happy picking or not picking. But a Cursed Witch is interesting. It goes well into either deck, just a 4-2 that trades or attacks well. And draining 1 a turn is a very real ability.
Yep.
Okay, our opponent took the rare here. So let's see what else we have. We have Fleeting Memories, which is allowing us to investigate and using investigates to mill, which I do not think is good. Unless we want to mill ourselves. And I do not think I want to pick a self-mill card that early. Uncommons that I'm not comfortable picking. We could go super aggro with Pell Rider. Pell Rider is a fine aggro card, but I'm not comfortable dedicating to that aggressive a deck this early. Apothecary Geist is probably going to be the best pick just because it's a flyer. I don't mind the Bloodman Vampire, but I would prefer to play it in a deck with Madness and more aggressive.
Divinity Killer's not very good.
Yeah, I'm definitely out on the Killer. I like the Watcher in the Web, and I like the Thravening Spectre.
So Watcher in the Web is one of the best 5-drops, I think.
And I like the Duelist as well.
I would like to take the Pell Rider, hoping that we can get the Madness deck.
I just think Apothecary Geist is so much better of a card.
It's probably better, but I wanna force the Madness deck because I want to see how good it is.
I'm not even sure how good Pell Rider is. Like, when you play it, you're paying 2 extra to Madness out a card, but if it's turn 4 or 5, I'm not that impressed with the 3/3 Skulk, right?
3/3 for 2 is fine. Deadweight.
Or Angelic Purge, but I think Deadweight is actually what I want first.
Whichever one you want to take. I mean, they're both great.
I'd rather take Deadweight because I'd rather have my first Deadweight than my...
Well, if you look at this pack, there's very little of both of those colors, which is super strange.
Well, those are both first pick quality cards.
Well, no, but I mean, look at the pack. There's not any white or or black cards that you would want aside from those?
There are 2 white cards, 2 green cards, 2 black cards, 2 red cards, and 2 blue cards.
So,
and I mean, the 2 blue and white, the black and white cards are actually the best of all of them. What I was saying is, I'd rather have 2 dead weights than 2 angelic purges. I think I'd rather have my first angelic purge, but I'm pretty sure we can get one more somewhere in one of these packs.
There's a good chance. I read some math saying that there's typically about 2 of every common per draft. Now, we're not going to see any of those cards probably.
Okay. So let's look at the other colors, because we could still leave black or white right now. We don't have anything like too amazing.
Yeah, I mean that wolf is pretty good.
It is, but I would really want to be in 2 colors to play that wolf.
Well, you want to be in both of those colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cards that I find attractive here are the twins and the Niblis. The Niblis, I think, is the best card in the pack. A 2/1 flying prowess is really solid. So maybe we just take the Niblis. We could take the twins, but I don't think that the twins are that much better, and white may or may not be open.
Also, the flip card's very good too.
The Hinterland Logger?
Oh yeah, it's a 2/1, and it might flip into a 4/2 trample. I think it is.
It's a 4/2 trample. It's fine without being great. I think the Niblis is better than that, right?
Oh yeah.
So
I think we should just go ahead and force our colors, though. I think we should take the Madness guy, because I want to force Madness.
I'm going to go with the blue card. I don't think we have a white card here that makes me really want to be in that color yet. Okay, so here we go.
I thought we should have taken the Madness 3/5.
I'm not even that impressed with it. We don't even have a Madness outlet.
Yeah, but it's their 4th pick. Well, of course we don't have a Madness outlet. We're forcing it. You don't understand what I'm saying here.
We're not forcing anything. Forcing's bad.
Alright, so the 2/4 seems like the best, or the Flash Flying. Either one. Actually, the Intrepid Provisioner is better than both of those.
I like the Intrepid Positioner. I like the Rotten Heart Ghoul. I like the Storm Rider.
I mean, as far as just raw power, the Intrepid guy is way better than the rest of those cards.
I don't think it's way better. You have to be in humans. We're not.
Well, you have to be in humans. We're only on the 5th pick, so we can be in humans.
I'm lower on this card than you, but I'll take it just to see if we have green open, and we do.
That card is quite amazing.
Now, this was a great pack because there are 3 great green cards,
and
one good blue card, one good white card, and one good black card. We're gonna take the Guardian
because it's the absolute best card.
And we're
now the Ghoul Caller's Apprentice is really good too.
Right, but the Guardian here makes me really think green is super open. There's no reason this much green should be coming from this direction. There's not a lot going on here. White cards and another deadweight.
I think the deadweight's the best pick.
I think it is too.
I like the Warped Landscape, but it does not need to be picked out of this pack.
I think the deadweight...
The Puncturing Light's very good too.
I think the deadweight is the best card here, and the fact that we just got one of the best green cards followed by one of the best black cards.
So I heard Triskaidekaphobia is playable.
It is. So here's the way you think about Triskaidekaphobia. You have to get your opponent...
to 13.
To 7. You have to do 7 damage to win. So I would like to pick one.
He said 2 different things that he meant. You have to do 7 damage so that they can be at 13.
Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and take this. I think it's a cool card. There's a couple situations where it's a little rough, but we're really only passing a Ghoul Caller's Accomplice and a Grotesque Mutation. Both playable cards. I just like trying out rares.
Well, I think if we do it, it'll be a huge payoff. So we're going for green and
we're just green
black. I think we should go ahead and take the Madness card at this point.
You want the 5-drop over just a solid 3-drop?
Yeah, the 5-drop's way better. Because the upside on the 5-drop's worth it.
Well, in green and black, there's not a lot of Madness outlets. So that's something to be really wary of. Let's go ahead and take Watcher. And we have other cards like Watcher, which make it tough as well.
Yeah. Alright, we're going to need to stop taking 5 and 4 drops.
That is why I wanted to take the 3-drop over the Twins. I do think the Twins are a slightly better card, but a 2/3 versus a 3/5 isn't that different. Okay, so we can take Macabre Waltz, or we can take the Swine.
Both are excellent cards.
I think I would have the Swine, the Macabre Waltz.
I would too. I think we'll get another Swine.
I think we'll get a replacement level 6-drop or 5-drop somewhere along there.
All these cards are terrible. Take the Menisca.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to play against that.
I also enjoy Menace cards like this. They're good speculation cards. This could be a great card in Dredge. One of the really interesting things.
All these cards are terrible.
about the insolent neonate is that you discard first. So for the first dredge, it's better. Gotta put that on our sideboard. Ooh, wow. A second launcher.
Wow. That is amazing.
So we're good on 5 drops, which is not really want to be on pack 1.
Yeah, that is quite a weird pack 1 landing.
Alright, so let's go ahead and start really prioritizing.
Drops, yes.
We do have some 4 drops that I like.
Oh, we have quite a fun deck for pack 1, but that's really weird to have nothing but high drops. Look, Sorin.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take Sorin. If we will probably actually try to find.
Probably take Murderous Compulsion if I wasn't taking Sorin.
I'm going to try to find a way to splash white, whether through green with white fixing or what, because just playing a Sorin is good enough. Like, I'm going to put this in the main board picks.
Oh yeah, it should be in the main board. As far as coming back around, I hope the Hinterland Logger comes back around. That'd be an excellent card to get. It's a nice 2-drop.
Yeah, I would.
Murderous Compulsion's also good. Angelic Purge if we want to try to drop green. Probably not going to do that, but...
Well, if we can get enough splashing cards for green, there are several good green splashing cards. We could be in a position where things like Delirium and having a light splash of white are very feasible. Like, we do have one white card that I'd rather not run, but wouldn't be embarrassing. Especially being able to pull and flying out of the sideboard is nice. Mm-hmm. Or to run a little bit more. Maybe we end up in a position...
I mean, we could cut green right now and I wouldn't feel bad.
Yeah, we could also end up in a situation where green or white was a light splash, and having the ability to have Watcher in the Webs and Pack Guardian slow down the game enough where Flyers and Sorin can win the game.
Okay.
So I like 2 cards here specifically.
I like the Solitary Hunter. I like the Crow.
That's it for me.
And well, there's a lot of color. There's a lot of good stuff in other colors. Like if you want to go white, there's the Inspector. I would actually take the Solitary Hunter because we're gonna try to just play powerful cards, right? Or are we gonna try to go ahead and splash the white?
I think Sorin is strong enough that I would really like to splash the white.
Okay, then we want to take the Scarecrow.
And I'd also like to have a 3-drop. I will agree that Solitary Hunter is the best common flip card, but we already have 4 4-drops.
It's the best common flip card in our colors. I don't know about best total.
Wow,
second hardest is terrible.
Let's make sure it's worthless, and we'll take a Solitary Hunter here. Right? There's nothing even close.
Nope.
I would like to get a Fork in the Road, but we don't have to prioritize that.
I actually don't like Fork in the Road.
What was I looking up? Second Harvest.
Sorin was worth $12. That paid for that draft.
Yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and take our Solitary Hunter.
Yeah, that one's good.
Alright, I like the Pacifist.
Yep, it's a 2-drop. It's what we need.
If I wasn't taking the Pacifist, I would
take the Skulk Death Touch, probably.
Yeah, the Rats. I like the Rats. And
I like the Skeleton, but not this high pick.
I don't like the Skeleton in our deck. We don't have a way to abuse it. I like the Weirding Wood as well, but only on a late pick. Alright, To the Slaughter is terrible. Bad removal. It's not terrible. It's just bad.
It's not something I'd be willing to pick. I think we want...
It's either Throttle
we want Confront the Unknown or Throttle, I believe.
We probably want Throttle. I mean...
Confront the Unknown is a really decent spell.
What? The +1/+1?
Oh, yeah. It's very good.
In our deck, it's +1/+1 only.
Right now. We've got a whole nother pack.
That's true.
I actually like the 5/3 with Delirium, but we've got too many 5-drops, so...
I'd rather take our first piece of real solid removal.
Yeah, Throttle's good.
To the Slaughter is one of the rare pieces of removal that's better in constructed than unlimited by a lot. Like, you will run... I don't like...
I think the 3-drop?
Yeah, Fire Temper's pretty late here, but we're going to go ahead and take our 3-drop.
Well, we're not in those colors. Apparently no one is in those colors, because seriously, who wouldn't take that?
Well, there are some rares that... Well, it's real far, though.
I mean, this is what? They're
now,
6,
the other
7,
thing is,
9,
we're going to be
10.
splashing white. Do you think behind the scenes is better or worse than the Revenant?
The Revenant's way better.
Unless
we're heavy white, we shouldn't be playing that. So we don't have enough wolves to play the Howlpack Resurgence. I like the the skill, the +3/+3, but we do not need any more 4-drops, so I think the 3/1 is the best. But we're not doing enough white for that.
Right, so we have Rotten Heart Ghoul. I like a sideboard card. Or we could pick up Moonlight Hunt if we think we're going to have enough wolves. We have
do we have
2.
right now?
3. We have 3.
That's probably not worth it.
Okay, we'll just take Rudolph for the sideboard.
Yeah, that's fine.
So do we take Might Beyond Reason, Murderer's Axe? I think those are the only cards we can consider. I really don't want just a 4-drop that doesn't do anything. This gives us a discard outlet, so I think we take the Murderer's Axe because we're probably not playing any other cards. And Murderer's Axe will either be...
We'll probably cut it, but I think it's better than something we don't want to play, like Might.
Well, and the thing is, if we do play Murderer's Axe, it'll be great. And if
we need more low drops still. What's up with this? Everybody's taking the low drops.
Well, yeah, we took a bunch of 5-drops early instead of 3-drops and 2-drops.
I mean, that whole pack, we got 3 low drops so far.
Yeah, they just didn't break up that many. That's one of the things, is you should take your low drops early so you can take your high drops late. You know, I mean... See, they took the low drop early here, too.
Wow.
I mean, we can take the Merciless Resolve or the Thornhide Gloves.
I think Merciless Resolve is what we want to do.
Or we could take the Militant Inquisitor in case we don't have to run a heavier white.
We're not going to be able to run white at this point.
Alright, we'll go ahead.
You want the land or the 3-drop creature? I think we get the 3-drop creature.
I really want to take the Fork, but yeah, we should probably take a 3-drop to make sure. I would say this doesn't look terrible, but our curve is pretty bad. The good news is we have 3 excellent turn plays. Like Lambholt Pacifist and Deadweights are excellent in the early game, all 3.
Yeah, and at 3, we do have the Scarecrow, which is a very good block.
Yeah, we just take Fork in the Road.
Yep, that is correct.
And again,
I don't really like playing stuff like that, but...
It gets you, essentially, 2 things towards Delirium. If you want Delirium, this is the kind of card you want to play. We have the Scarecrow, which helps Delirium as well. Right now, we don't have any Delirium payoffs, but they're very easy to pick up.
Fork in the Road is just because there was nothing else to pick.
I wanted
all
one.
These are bad.
Yeah, we'll put that in.
That's the best of the bad cards.
We could end up getting white cards that care about.
All that was terrible.
We could end up getting white cards that splash for. The white flip card that exiles a guy if you have our equipment. We might end up running, maybe we end up a deck that runs a Shard and a Murderer's Axe and 1 or 2 of those.
I really don't want to be in that deck. That would be a terrible deck.
Why? That guy's great.
Aren't those white cards?
They're like white 4-drops.
Yeah, we don't want that. Definitely don't want that. This is much weaker than our last deck. We were very solidly in 2 colors last time. We also had some money cards, but whatever.
This deck is beefier. It is less abilities.
I like playing green-black better than I like playing white-black. Oh, well, look. That's an amazing rare.
Do you want to take it over Rabbit Bite? It's an okay rare. Let's not oversell. This is a 5-mana 3/3 that you can use later cards to make it bigger.
Well, no. But use any card that you don't want to make it bigger.
Yeah.
You just pitch cards to it like it's going out of style.
But it's a bad middle of the game drop, because if you use this ability and they kill it, you just down some cards and a bunch of mana. Like, this isn't play it on turn 5 and win the game. This is probably going to be the last relevant card out of your hand. Pitch a couple lands. Be a big guy.
Pitch literally everything. Just all in on it.
Do you just turn 6, discard 2 cards, and just pray they don't have an instant?
No. You discard 1 card, and then you see what they do, and then you discard the other one.
Okay, well, didn't they play an instant and kill it or whatever?
There aren't any instants to kill it at that point.
Yeah, there's the uncommon kill target attacking creature. There's the common kill target tap creature.
You don't do that into open mana.
Right, so then they can block with 5/5. It's like, I'm not saying it's not a great card. I am saying it is not the best card in the set.
There aren't any 5/5 flyers that you could play that early in the game.
There's Adamson. Tooth Collector.
That is not a 5/5.
She's good. She lives through it.
Not a 5/5.
Tooth Collector or Solitary Hunter? Oh, there's the demons. Do you want...
Which one? What does Tooth Collector do? That's a huge block of text.
It's -1/-1. I think we take the Tooth Collector.
And it's a 3-drop over a 4-drop? Yeah, I think we want more 3-drops.
Which is sad, because if we had... Well, I would say it's sad, but other than Intrepid Provisioner, we all have just amazing 4-drops.
Yeah, I think Intrepid Provisioner is going to get cut because we don't have any humans.
All right, so here, check Epiphany real quick. I don't think it's worth anything.
I don't think it's worth a thing.
I would really like to play it, but
All
yeah.
right, well, that's great.
I would like to pick Briar Ridge Control, but we're not going to. We're going to probably either pick Byway Courier or Graph Mole, and the question is, do we want a 3/2 that gets us a card?
Well, so the only thing is the patrol is like 10 times better than every other card here.
Not really.
So
when it deals combat damage, usually it just dies though. Usually you attack, it trades, you get a card.
yeah, that's way better.
That's what this guy does too.
That thing trades with way better creatures than that one does.
This is a 3/2. This is a 3/2.
We definitely should take more 3-drops, though. I agree with that statement.
I think we should take the card. I think Graph Mole is an overall better card than Courier,
Oh,
but we don't have.
having played both of those, Bridge Patrol and Courier, the 3/3 is definitely better.
Let's take a second Scarecrow.
Yes.
This will solidly let us get the things we want to.
Now that Transform Gargoyle is great. I hope that one comes back around.
Okay, so we have Ghoul Caller's Accomplice. Do we have enough things that care about Delirium that I want to pick a Delirium pick? And I think the answer is no.
What do you mean?
Yeah, the answer is solidly no.
Why are you asking this question?
Vessel of Nascency, but we don't need that. We need another creature.
So the Vessel is actually just a great card.
It is, but
I do agree we need a 2/2 over that, or a 2-drop.
Well, we could take the Crow over it. 2 and 3 drops are very close in this form. It's not particularly fast. I think we take the Ghoul Caller's Accomplice.
I think it's better than the Crow.
But if this was just I do too. But if this was just a regular 2/2, I would take the Crow.
Now on the wheel, we hope we get either of those cards
or the
or
Forsaken.
the Forsaken. I live
We
with
have
either.
enough playables. We could just take the Forsaken and make our mana better
I don't think that's worth it.
with the 2 Scarecrows. I agree with you. All right.
I like the Skull of Lifelink. That guy's amazing.
He is.
He really did work last time we drafted him.
Yeah.
I like the Delirium 0/4 too. I hope that one comes back around.
We have a lot of ways to go to the Delirium. We could just take the 2 drops. Do you
I
think that
the Skull of Lifelink's probably better?
Oh, are you sure? We have a lot of 3 drops. I think you're right though. There's a lot of blue here. Okay, so we have.
You want to sacrifice a creature of flying?
We could also take True Faith Sensor. We have 1 human, 2 humans, 3 humans, 4,
what's the equivalent cost? Is it
5,
2?
6. It's.
I don't think we're gonna play it, are we?
It is. It's good enough to play.
Over an excellent sideboard card? Fine by me. I don't think it's good enough to play.
I don't think Clipped Wings is an excellent sideboard card. I think it is a fine sideboard card. Okay, we can take Weirding Wood, which helps mana fixing. You know, it's a little dirtily, but it does a lot of things. We can take Root Out, or we can take Rotten Heart Ghoul.
I don't think we're gonna play Rotten Heart Ghoul, so let's just take Wood.
Okay. We'll start that in the main and sideboard out if we don't want it. Let's take the Gargoyle.
Yep, the Gargoyle is great.
The Gargoyle is very nice, especially in a deck like ours where we're looking to control the game more.
Yeah, and when you get to 6 mana, he flips into a 4/2 flyer.
Alright,
But that's where we're going to play Sorin and win, so, you know. Every
Yeah.
game. Every game, 6 mana, Sorin. I hope the land comes back around. I don't think it will.
It might, just depends if you know what's in those colors. I think we just take the mutation here.
Yeah, I like the Lone Drive, but that's really slow.
It is, and I don't want bad ramping like that. We have enough relevant creatures.
Yeah, I would more use it as color fixing, but I think we have enough color fixing.
We're not even running that much white. White wasn't very
We're
open.
literally running 1 white card, but I definitely want to cast it. That card is so good. Why is it so late?
And we have a lot more investigate abilities here as well. It's just not a good card if you don't have investigate, though. The first time we came around, we didn't have any investigate.
No, it's a 2/4. It's a 2/4 for 3. It's great.
A 3 mana 2/4 is fine without being great.
I think it's great. It blocks so much.
Oh, you might not be want to block. If you're green or green red, you might just want to attack more.
Yeah, but if you're green any other color, you probably want to be able to block on the ground.
Green white's pretty aggressive as well. But you're right. Green blue.
2/4 is just amazing in this format. It just is. It blocks so many things.
I don't know if I'm not sure what the power and toughness ratio on that.
So look at our 4-drops. It blocks almost all of our 4-drops. The 2/4.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's a 3-drop.
Yeah.
This shaped up pretty nicely. I thought it was going to be very bad for a little while there.
Give somebody a. Ooh, let's take our Chapel's
I would
Blessing.
take the land over that.
No way.
Because you want people to play Chapel's Blessing.
No. I do, actually.
Yeah, that's why I would take the land over it. Somebody might be like, oh, I've got 2 of them. I'm going to play them.
Yeah, I don't assume people are going to be the worst players in the world. Alright, so...
I hope they are.
Okay, so we have a lot of playables here. We need to make a lot of cuts.
I would start by dividing them into creatures, non-creatures.
Alright, let's start with creatures and non-creatures. We have some things to count here, because not all these non-creature spells are necessarily good.
Should be 10. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I think we start by cutting the non-creatures.
Well, let's first count for True Faith Sensor. If we have a decent amount of humans, if we don't have enough humans, it's still okay. The vigilance can matter quite a bit, especially on certain creatures with abilities. Like lifelink becomes a lot better, flying becomes a lot better. So certain other abilities become better. Ways to use our mana when we have werewolves is better. So we do want ways to use our mana. Let's go ahead and count.
Okay, so we don't have any flyers.
Yeah, we do.
Right? We do?
We have Markov Dread Knight.
Okay, we have the 1 flyer.
And we have 2 Skulk creatures.
And they become marginally better and marginally worse when you give them more and more power. So
It's not too many things that... I think they become a lot better, just because Skulk on 2 is just about as good as Skulk on 1. Anyway, let's count our humans real quick. 1, 2. Now,
that one's half human.
When it flips, it loses... Well, if it's flipped, we're doing okay. You know, if it loses 1 power because it's super awesome, it's okay.
Well, it would actually lose it and gain it, so... It would lose the 1 power, but gain 1.
Yeah. If our werewolves are flipping, we're doing alright.
Yeah, we don't have very many flippy werewolves.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll probably cut that.
Then we have the Provisioner and the Solitary Hunter half.
7, 8. 8. 8's a pretty good amount. Don't think of them as halves, because they're not flipped half the time. They're flipped about 20% of the time. Most of the time, they're not flipped.
The higher mana cost ones tend to flip more often.
Yeah, we don't have that many higher mana cost ones. I mean, we have the 4-drop, it's fine. But they're most of the time on the human side.
I still don't like the equipment, but it doesn't need to be the first on the cut.
So let's put the things we're considering cutting over here.
Okay, I would put the Twins of Estate over there, too.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think we need it.
I mean, it's great if you have the Madness deck. I like most of the rest of these cards.
Do we really want
to... We don't have incredibly a lot of humans for Intrepid, but I think we have enough. The Stoic Builder we could probably cut. He's okay.
Let's go ahead.
What else is a 3 or 4 drop we might want to cut? Because we have a lot of them. You should make 2 different piles or something.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, these are just the cards to cut. Alright, so do we necessarily need 2 Wild-Filled Crows? Do you like them?
So, I really want to hit by the 6 mana that White Source.
I also like it because it is card advantage. It's not great card advantage, but it helps for the Dread Knights. They block well. They get cards for the Dread Knight. They get cards for our Sorin. I think that's really the 2 big things.
They get cards for Pack Guardian too, but
and Pack Guardian. That's a good point.
You have to chuck a land to that one.
You do. Do we have any cards out here that we want to use with it? Let's just check real quick. We could consider a Merciless Resolve, but I don't know if we need raw card advantage. We could also consider Murder's Act, but I don't think it's great.
I don't think any of that's worth it.
Just checking.
So if we cut those 5 cards, we'll still need to cut, 2 more? So we should probably find 2 more cards to cut.
Okay, so do we really want to play Trisk of Philadelphia?
I really want to see if it works.
I agree with you, and I think it's especially good with things like Skulk, which make it hard to get. And with us gaining life, it lets us really help control where our life total's at.
Yeah, and
And
the best thing about it is we hit them down to 13, and then we play it and pass.
Well, we can, but there's also 2 Farbog Revenants and a Cursed Witch and Triska Fidelia, which are all drain 1 effects. We could be in a situation where our opponent and us or we're low on life, we're at 6 life, and we're just draining them and having the board locked down and slowly getting our way back to the game.
That'd be good. So we still need to cut 2 more cards. Now the Intrepid Provisioner is good enough if we have enough humans.
I just think it's the worst of our 4-drops.
It is definitely the worst of our 4 drops.
We can actually cut Noble Courier too.
That is the worst of our 3 drops. That puts us at 1 over, I believe, if you just cut all that.
Yeah, I just don't like Weirding Wood that much. I mean, I like that it investigates, and that works well with our mole, but that's not really enough to sway me towards it.
So what are you talking about?
Yeah, the card we already cut, the enchantment.
Oh, don't talk about cards we already cut. They've already been forgotten. I
don't want to cut any more creatures. I like our creatures enough.
Okay, I agree with that. I do like to have around 16 creatures. I do really love both of those tricks, though. The Waltz is probably my least favorite.
I kind of like keeping the Waltz, too, because we only do have the 1 card with Delirium, but it is very powerful. We have Artifact, Land...
Oh, we have 2 good enchantments that'll go to the graveyard, so we'll have Delirium relatively easily if we keep the Waltz. So that might be it. We don't really have anything that rewards us for Delirium, do we?
We have the Tooth Collector, the -1/-1.
Right, okay.
That's a powerful ability. That kills spirits, that makes the combats worse. I mean, we don't have a lot of creatures that die to it because we're in green-black.
Do we expect to go very long? If we do expect to go very long, then Waltz is better.
We do plan to go long.
Then Waltz is better. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, we can definitely cut the Triska Fidelia in matches where... I just don't know what matches it'll be good or not. That's why we need to play it, too.
Well, so I mostly want to play it to see if it works. I'm fine with cutting it every match.
Yeah. So we have 4 removal cards. Sorin is a removal spell.
I love it.
Oh, Fork in the Road. We can cut Fork in the Road.
Actually, we should cut Fork in the Road and get back that last card we cut.
Yeah,
we definitely don't need Fork in the Road.
We do not need.
That looked like a creature to me. Because it was in the wrong
That means,
pile.
well, how many ways do we have to get lands in our graveyard? 2? 3. That's enough.
Do you want to take the combat trick back?
Oh, I do like having 2-drops. Just stuff to play.
Yeah, I'd rather take Grotesque Manipulation than that thing that goes and gets us a land. Or maybe that 3-drop that gets us a clue. That one's pretty good. Did you already put that one back in?
The Weirding Wood? So let's
No, not that one. Oh, we're already playing the one I'm thinking of, the Courier.
Yeah, we're definitely playing the Courier.
So we only got a minute left, so let's
We
go
got
Fork
2
in the
minutes.
Road.
We got 2 minutes.
I don't want to wait that long. Let's cut Fork in the Road. I don't like that card. I don't like the True Fate Sensor, and I don't like Weirding Wood.
I like True Fate Sensor better than I like Grotesque Fermentation.
Oh, really? I really like Grotesque Mutation. It makes so many of your bad cards trade up. Or not trade. And just kill.
I think
So that makes our 1/4 block amazingly. It makes our 2/4. Oh, we need to put stuff in that gives us clue tokens because we have the graph mole.
No. I just like the True Face Sensor with the amount of flip cards we have because it makes it easier to flip them. Yeah. We can go. We only have 2, right? Yeah.
2 flip cards? Yeah. That's all
or 2 that matter. Okay.
We might want to see if we can put in another way to put clues in. Like the Intrepid Provisioner is pretty good. Look how few 4-drops we have now.
No, I think this is right.
I like the Provisioner over Grotesque, I think. I think we want 9 and 7 and 1.
No. I think we want 8, 8, and 1.
I don't think we want that many forests.
Then we need to run...
You only got 30 seconds.
Well, we don't have a way to mill stuff, do we? We don't mill stuff, so it's fine to run this. Right?
We have very little green in comparison to black, but that's fine.
We have double green cards.
We have one double green card. We have one double black card.
Yeah, we have a couple black spells at one player, but once you're at 8 sources, you're basically almost always going to have that main color. We could run 9/7.
I think 9/7 was probably better, but it
We'll
doesn't
try it out on the
matter
board.
that much.
I mean, it is important.
If you're hell-bent on doing that thing, then we'll do it. Yes, we would like to play first, always.
That's
It's not actually very good.
It's a keep?
It's a keep, but it's not very good.
Oh. There we go. Is that the right size? A little bigger.
A little bit bigger.
We can go a little bit bigger in a second. I'm going to go ahead and drop off. Land and pass. Make it a little bit bigger. I don't need this too big.
There we go.
That's perfect.
Well, it never makes the cards on the screen bigger, anyway. For some reason. Oh, look, a dead weight target.
No.
It's a joke. Hey, look, how perfect.
Hope you play a spell every turn for the rest of the game. Otherwise, I'll
I hope they
attack.
don't.
Well, we're not playing one next year. They should attack.
Why should they attack?
Because it's menace.
menace.
What?
They didn't have it.
All right. Yeah, we just play a land and attack.
That is what we do. That was pretty much a win right there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing you can do. If you don't have a 2-drop, you don't have a 2-drop.
So, if they don't block next turn, we're just going to win the game, by the way.
By playing Triskaidekaphobia?
Yeah, they're going to be at 12. Okay. All right, that's a much better play for them.
Maybe.
I don't think that that's a terrible play. They are.
Oh, they madness.
Yeah.
That. What? Why did they do that?
Because now they can attack. It'll become 5/2.
Oh. It still gets dead weighted, though.
I don't even know if we're dead weighting. Oh, they're hitting us for 10. They're just going like all in to murder us.
That was pretty cool. So we hit them for 4.
Yep.
And then we block their creature?
Hopefully. They might remove it and play another doubling spell and kill us immediately. Yeah, they're hitting us for 6.
I was wondering if they were going to play that.
Yeah, so we're dead.
How are we dead?
They're hitting us for 9, Brad.
Oh, it has haste.
Yeah.
That was a perfect draw.
I mean, they're like all in combo. One of the PT winning decks basically played this kind of thing where it's just like all in combo style.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing we can do about that. There's nothing that our sideboard can do about that.
We'll probably pull out a 5-drop and pull in a 3-drop because they are all in to try to kill us quickly.
Okay. That 5-drop is really good, though.
It's fine. I think I'd just rather run another 3-drop.
Okay, fine one.
We can play Stoic Builder. We can
What's
play
that one do?
2/3 gets us a land back, or we can play a 3/2.
I think 3-2.
I think so too. I think that's it.
Okay, hopefully they don't run that well.
Well, yeah, because I would still make all of my plays exactly the same.
Yeah.
Like, I would not play differently unless I knew exactly what was in their hand, but if I saw the same starting sequence of plays, I would still assume we were going to be fine.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only sequence of cards that could have killed us that quickly. So.
Yeah, I mean, that is literally the quickest way we could die.
That was the only card that makes a creature not block in the whole set, right?
That does that damage, yeah. They could let them attack for lethal. They could have killed our creature.
No, the only creature that makes a creature not block in the whole set is that creature they play.
Yes.
So, I mean, the chances of that are very low. Now, if they do it again, well, they're clearly shuffling poorly.
I'll keep that.
I hate this, but
Why?
I'll keep it.
We need one land to play our entire hand.
That's not completely true, but okay.
I mean, every card in our deck or our hand is playable if we draw one land, right?
I just don't like keeping one less than 3 lands, but this is still a keep.
I think it's a pretty good keep. I mean, the better 2-drops we could have.
Then just becomes a -2/2.
I don't know why they didn't attack.
It's a good point.
They might have misclicked.
They probably did.
It's a 1/1 haste.
You know what shines right here, Daniel?
The land? Yeah. I'll go ahead and attack.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm willing to make that trade.
They're probably not.
No.
We really needed to draw a land there, and we did not.
I got one more turn draw land for pretty good. But yeah, if we miss another line drop and draw another card that costs mana, then we are in trouble.
I like that card too.
And we have good cards in hand. The problem is they're in our hand. And we'll lose the game if we don't draw a land soon.
Yeah.
I'm actually probably going to play Wildfield Scarecrow. No.
That is probably this way.
Yeah. I just, they probably won't attack. And,
Because that's a great double block.
yeah. If they play an equip, then, we're in a rough spot. But that's it. Yeah.
They go to your hand, right?
Yeah.
Alright, be sure to get a plains. And a swamp. And play now attack, right? No, block.
Yeah, definitely block.
Oh, if you don't play anything, their creature flips.
No.
No? Is
Which
that not what
creature
that one
flips?
does?
This is the one that's if it's equipped, it flips and it exiles one of our
that's
cards.
a horrible card. I don't like that card.
It's a great card. I like it quite a bit, but it doesn't flip from us not playing spells.
Oh, I meant it was horrible for us. Block first.
Okay. I don't mind that trade. Yeah, I don't want to use that ability game. Okay, so I think we just play the Watcher in the Web.
Yeah, that guy's good.
Yeah, and I like that better than the Dread Knight right now.
And then I think we play Triskaidekaphobia and just kill them.
Over 3 turns?
Yeah. I think
play
it's
that turn.
4 turns. Or 5. If we draw a land here, though, we play the Pack Guardian. Oh, wait. You should attack first. Because they won't block. And that puts them 2 turns closer.
It's true.
See, now they're like, why would he attack? And then we play Triskaidekaphobia.
It's true, yeah. And we can play the Reverend, too.
So the Reverend actually doesn't matter.
In case they remove the Triskaidekaphobia or gain life.
Oh yeah, I mean, we should play it, but it shouldn't matter. So we want each player to lose a life? No, you want the bottom one. Bottom one.
Yeah.
Or you could have actually took the top one and then hit them for 2. That would be fun. I think play the mole. Right?
No, I want to play the Reverend.
Okay.
Just in case they have a way to stop me from getting through.
Alright, so just don't attack.
Yeah.
They're probably calculating whether to concede or not.
Yeah.
Ultra fast games, by the way. They were complaining about getting Triska Deca. Just wait, calculate math. What do you go to if you take 5?
If we take 10, let's go ahead and block.
Yeah, you should definitely block. Don't double block.
Don't double block.
There's no reason to double block you when during your upkeep.
That is trample, but preventing 5 damage can matter. Our opponent showed us a way that they could gain lots of abilities. Let's each gain 1 life. Triskadelpha wins!
That was fun.
Now, did we board it out? Did we board it in?
No, I think we leave it.
Okay. They do seem really aggressive. Do we want to bring a 5-drop back in? And I think the answer is actually still no.
Yeah, I believe you're correct. Now, do we want a 5-drop throttle in this matchup? Because a lot of their creatures aren't big enough for throttle to matter.
I do
like it'll kill a creature, but so will a 2/5.
Yeah, but later in the game, they might have other threats we haven't seen.
That's true.
So
That's true.
I think this is the best overall
Alright,
play.
we just Triskaidekaphobia them again. I really don't want them to curve out and kill us.
I could see a deck where if you had more than one Triskaidekaphobia, where you end up main decking Alms to manipulate life totals. Which sounds weird, right? But I could see it.
I hope we never play against that deck.
That's probably a keep.
Yeah, sure.
You don't think that's a keep? You'd mulligan this?
Well, we probably shouldn't mulligan. However, keep in mind we don't have a 2-drop, and their deck is super fast.
Oh, I agree. But
We're also on the draw, which means we might draw the 3rd land by the 3rd turn.
Yeah.
But we play a 3-drop on 3 turn, so it's not great.
We only have 3 cards that cost 2 or less that we could play.
That's true.
So we're not like statistically.
That wasn't a mulligan. However, it did not feel good.
It's not the greatest hand.
I mulligan quite aggressively too. Daniel doesn't mulligan as aggressively.
I try to make my limited hands work if they can, but I don't try to be unrealistic either.
That's an excellent second turn play. Do we want to use mana efficiently, or do we want to just use that on a better creature?
Is there a better creature?
There's several better creatures.
Yeah. I think we can take one.
Because we won't be taking it again. We'll play the Sculpt guy. Or we can play the 1/4, either one.
If they go to equip, then I will deadweight it.
That's...
Not this turn.
Later
on.
What in the world? Is that just +2/+2?
Yep.
Well, I wouldn't have.
It means they have to equip, so they have to spend mana.
That's good.
The more mana they have to spend, the better the blowout will be when we get to throttle it.
It's going to be a long time before we can do that.
2 turns.
Next turn we need to... What? We need to keep 2 mana up, right? So we can just kill it. No, just keep 2 mana up. You don't need to throttle it.
Yeah. And I like this play a lot too, because if they play a combat trick, we can sacrifice it in response. So like, if
That'd
we...
be kind of sad, but yeah.
Well, it's a good back out. I don't like, it is obvious we're doing something, but maybe we're just getting lemons.
Maybe we just didn't have anything. Wow. Well, that hurt. We probably should have just deadweighted it just in case they did that.
So we're going to have 5 mana next turn, and we can kill this.
I believe you're correct. I believe we should just kill that.
And I don't think we should sacrifice this.
No. I think we should use it to block. Now, we could... that's probably not the best.
We should wait until they attack.
So we could play the Revenant, give our other thing lifelink, and just block.
And then block, and have our Farbog die.
No, we don't block the other thing. We just take it because we're going to gain 4. I like your play better.
Yeah, I'm just going to throw
I
them out.
kind of think we should do it as an instant.
Yeah, we should, because the +1...
No, I mean, we should have done it as a sorcery.
Oh, okay.
I think. Because if they have an instant, we just die.
Oh, perfect.
Alright, so before blocks are declared, throttle it. Right.
Yeah, we wait for him to attack.
So if you block, doesn't your creature die? Doesn't
Yeah.
that say do damage to a blocker?
It's fine.
So do we want to go to 3?
No, we're going to block.
Okay.
Because they tap out, we can deadweight that.
Excellent. Probably want to play the lifelink guy.
Yeah. Alright, so now we're in the enviable position of every creature they have is a significant threat. The good news is they spent 2 cards on just kind of do-nothing-esque creatures.
I think we want to play...
I was hoping they weren't going to equip.
Is it good haste? No. Okay. Do we want to play Tooth Collector and Cool Colors bonus or Watcher? If we play the 2 creatures, we can attack.
I don't think we want to attack, do we?
I think we want to gain 1 life.
At the cost of losing 2?
No. Double block.
Their creature's indestructible, and they can burn our creatures for 2 damage.
Okay. Yeah, alright, we don't want to attack.
I think we just want to play our 2/5, because they can't kill that. We double block. Our Revenant dies. We gain a life. I mean,
Yes.
We are in not a great position. We could trade 1 damage for 2, but at 20 life, that's not great.
They're 1 mana away from killing our other creature too.
Right, but we have Delirium, so we can make that smaller. Oh, they used Puncturing Light. And killed both of our creatures.
Well, we can play 2 more creatures. I think that's the only thing we got. Just playing 2 creatures.
We could play 2 creatures, or we could play a Cursed Witch. And then next turn we could gain 7.
Get
Play a
7
curse.
and play a creature that can't block.
And this creature can't block this turn, but we'll gain 7 next turn.
Are there 2 creatures in our graveyard?
Yeah.
Alright, so we can waltz. No, we don't have the mana. Never mind. Yeah, go ahead and play the witch.
Or we can prevent 1 damage a turn by playing Tooth Collector and another creature.
Oh, why don't you just play 2 Collector and another creature then? Because it doesn't during their upkeep?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's much better. We don't even have to block now. 1 damage a turn is a lot. So next turn we can attack
Yeah.
and gain some life. They may not even attack.
If I was them, I would attack. But I'm definitely not blocking.
Yeah, I wouldn't block either. Is it every upkeep or just when they go to
Just their
attack?
turn.
For our thing as well?
Which card? Now here's Machinations or Tooth Collector.
Tooth Collector says during their turn we minus something?
During their upkeep.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, they're playing something else.
Wow. I think we want to play
The Witch to flip it to gain us more life.
Well, so if they drop a land next turn, they flip their creature and win.
No.
It's a 4/2 flyer.
We'll have a blocker.
A flying blocker?
We're at 6. We'll have 3 blockers. This
Okay.
creature will be a 3/1.
Alright, yeah, that'll be fine.
I mean, we could attack, but then they'll just attack back, right? If we attack with the Tooth Collector, they'll definitely block it with the Hulk. We could attack with the Ghoul Caller, but I just want to get the Cursed Witch out here.
They wouldn't... That's difficult. They can make a lot of good plays, but I think this is the safest.
This is the one that gets us in the game the quickest. We just need to start gaining more life, and this gains us the most life.
Yep, it certainly does.
This also means that if they attack with the Insolent Neonate, which is a 1/1, we can double block if we want to. They can't attack with the Hulk well. We can attack with our Witch if we want. Next turn, hopefully we can play Grotesque Mutation and Lampult Pacifist and gain some amount of life. And eventually we can get Watcher in the Web back.
And eventually we can Triskaidekaphobia kill them. Maybe.
Which card do you think we should make smaller? The 2/2 or the flying creature?
We can double block the 2/2. Yeah, let's do Venice. We'll take more damage this way if they play a land, but we won't have
actually,
creatures die.
Well, also, if they go to equip it here, this will die. Because this is a 0 toughness creature without the equipment.
They didn't draw a land, or they would have played it and flipped the creature and attacked. So,
yeah.
That's what I would have done.
They could have discarded the card to do that. I think that's a reasonable play, too. Putting us at 2 is really good.
They're going to make their 5/2 indestructible.
Then I'll block with my 4/2. Start draining them on a turn.
It's on our upkeep?
Their upkeep.
Their upkeep. Alright, we're going to get the Revenant and the Watcher back with the Waltz. And discard what? Does it have any other abilities?
It drains them one and makes our spells cost 1 less to target them with.
Oh, okay.
That second ability is not particularly important,
Nope.
usually, but...
I knew it had some other ability, couldn't remember what it was.
Oh yeah, we could draw Sorin. Chat was like, Sorin!
Well, we need to draw a land, and then Sorin. Alright. So... we want to attack with... what? If we attack...
We attack with the Tooth Collector. We're not blocking with it. We attack with the Tooth Collector. We Macabre Waltz to gain us life. Or sorry, Mutation to gain us life. And then we either decide, do we want to play a land, or do we want to get 2 creatures off Macabre Waltz?
Okay, I mean, we can always chunk the Pacifist.
The Pacifist
we
is
can
a
keep
3.
the land and chunk the Pacifist.
Or we could keep the Pacifist and chunk the land. Sorin is literally the only card that we care about for that. And I think that we'll draw land before we draw that on average.
We should definitely attack. And we hope they block.
I actually wouldn't block if I was them.
Because it's clearly a trick?
Just because the Gargoyle's so good.
Yeah, because the Gargoyle can end us. And they're at 20.
Risky, but...
That's all we got.
we needed that life.
So we want to waltz and get back the 2 creatures in our graveyard and discard the land.
Well, we have.
Or do we want to just play the 3/3?
We have the Wild Field Scar. We can get the Watcher and the Wild Field Scar and have a lot of toughness out.
Okay.
I actually like
Let's
that
do
quite
that.
a bit. And then I can pitch the land.
Pay the mats. It's sad that we can't play anything else. Oh, if you. Oh well, never mind.
We can pitch a card, but I think we should just pitch the land and take 2, probably, possibly 6.
Yeah, let's do that.
Well,
Pitch the land. Well, we can get another land with the Scarecrow if we have to.
Yeah.
And we can block the 5/2 and get a land, actually.
All right.
Alright, we're at 13. You know what we need to do.
Triska for the Doklos.
Well, we'd never be able to do it now, right?
Why?
Don't we drain them for 1 automatically that's not a May ability?
We can order those triggers how we want.
5, 6, 7, 8,
Oh.
9. Wow, that hurt. They had 2 of those then, right?
Yeah. It's a common.
10. We're at 2 now.
Okay. It has been a long time since they've drawn a land.
Good and bad. I'm pretty sure we have to play the Watcher and the Web next turn. Because we have to block blind if they draw me.
Do we attack with the Tooth Collector and let them trade?
We have to do the math real fast.
It just trades this, otherwise we kill this.
I think we just don't attack. I think that's the safest bet. There's a good chance we're just dead, but I think not attacking is our best bet. So do we kill the Haste Scout?
Yeah.
You would rather do that than the Miniska?
The Mist guy won't die.
But he gets through for 2.
Well, he's gonna have a 2/2 menace. We're double blocking that. Watcher in the Web can block this, and Ghoul Caller can block this.
Oh, okay.
And we can kill his Hulking Devil.
Well, we'll kill something.
Yeah.
He'll give the Hulking Devil indestructible.
Then
But
we'll
he'll
kill
take
him
out our
once.
whole team.
You can take out 2 of our cards, and we'll take out one
No,
of his.
any blocking creature, he'll kill.
Unless he's making this able to fly.
He'd have to draw land. We all know he doesn't draw lands.
He can't kill Watcher in the Web before it deals combat damage.
No.
So there's no way he can attack with all 3 of his cards.
And something not die. I agree with that. But if he attacks with everything, he'll probably not live until the next turn. Or probably not live in the turn after that. Right?
Maybe.
We'll see.
I mean, we have good draws. If we draw a Sorin, that's quite a bit.
What do we do with a sword? I think we just kill his 2/5 or his 5/2.
Yeah, that's right.
One, 2, 3 damage.
Yes, it's 5 for 2. Yeah, that's right.
Is he gonna also kill the 2/2? He should.
Yeah.
He didn't.
Well, it's because he madnessed out a 4/1. that he's going to equip to this, which is a great play for him. Yeah. Alright, his creatures are going to have trample if his thing
we're
flips.
just dead.
Not yet.
We can play both creatures. We're still dead. Right?
If he makes the right play.
You mean just attacks?
We'll be at 4.
I think we're dead. He just flips his creature and attacks. We don't have any fire.
Oh, yeah. We'll take 3 from the flyer. And we'll be at 1.
Definitely the flyer.
Yeah. I guess we don't have 36. Since if we somehow survive this combat, we'll probably sacrifice the Scarecrow. Our opponent's deck is nice.
It was. He'll probably make the 5/2 blood vampire or whatever indestructible this time. So we'll actually get to take the other 5/2 out. Unless the mana can be done before combat. Because if I were him, I would let us block and then shoot our creatures.
Yeah.
Not flip the Gargoyle this turn.
I agree with that. That's what he should do. And that's what he's doing.
Looks like. So it does say just do the damage, right? On the enchantment? Before combat damage happens?
Yeah, it's just shooting.
So in that case, we just throw the Scarecrow in front of one, and we throw the Ghoulcaller's Apprentice in front of the other one, and then we sack the Ghoulcallers.
Yeah. And he's going to let this flip, so all his guys get trample.
Yeah, there's no way we can play 2 spells. It's going to stay flipped. So, about the only thing we could draw is Sorin, and I don't even know that would do it.
Sorin would gain us 6 life.
Oh, you would let Sorin die?
Well, or 5, or however much we needed. We would do the math. But if we needed to gain 6 life, then yes, we would. So we'll be at 5.
Zombie can re-enter it.
Oh, yeah, very important.
Yeah. This one comes into play untapped, so. I think we still die, but.
Yeah, we can only attack for 7. Attacking creatures get +1 and have trample. That's going to be the real problem.
Yeah, so we still have to do the Gargoyle, right?
Yes, because it'll be a 5/2.
Yeah, he definitely has it this time.
Yeah, if we could have drawn a couple of relevant cards, that might have helped.
Well, so had we
Hey, Worm.
seen the enchantment in previous games, we might would have sideboarded enchant because that thing is almost unstoppable.
Only on attack. Against his deck, I might have, but the thing about it is, it's such a bad card if you're not attacking. Like, imagine you're behind and you
That's
draw
all
a card.
his deck can do. So
Yeah. It's all in.
We'd probably have sideboarded in for him.
I don't like playing this type of deck because if you fall behind, you will almost assuredly lose.
Oh, that's true. I mean, a lot of his cards are not very good unless you're winning. It just so happens that he drafted nothing but them. So
Oh, yeah.
they work very well.
But, like, this is not a card I'll ever pick. Sorry. This is not a card I'll ever pick highly. This is the
no.
card I wait for to wheel.
And he probably got it on the wheel. So he still didn't flip the thing, so there's a chance, right? Which one's indestructible? Same one? Okay. So you want to block that one. And you want to block...
They'll have trample.
Yeah, so block there.
We just want to block the max.
You actually want to flip the scarecrow and the tooth.
Why?
You don't want to? Okay. It doesn't matter, I guess.
The fact that they have trample means that they get through a lot more damage.
A whole lot more damage. -6. Impressive.
Right. We still would have been dead. Alright. So that wasn't too bad. I thought those were good matches, even though we still lost.
That first deck, I wanna play that at some point during this format. Where we went on turn 5 or whatever it was that he went on.
Alright, let's pull up the shadow stuff. Brad, do you want to talk about some of the standard decks that just came out for that? Use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
I do not, David. Too bad. You have to stay.
No.
So, Bad Company got a lot of press over the weekend. And it does seem, this just draws you more cards. This can't be blocked by creatures with power less than it. So you're just trying to just get this one out for any sort of value. I mean, it's all just a deck that relies on the value of Collected Company and getting triggers. It seems like it would be fun to play. They're creatures, and you get to collect a company for it. And this is quite an impressive Planeswalker. You're only playing the one of them because you don't really need mana ramp. You can tap or untap creatures. You can eventually get to where you have 6 lands, and this one's even bigger. Jace lets you cast spells from your graveyard, as well as siphon through the deck to get what you need. Dragon Slayer kills stuff. This just draws you more cards. This can't be blocked by creatures with power less than it. So you're just trying to just get this one out for any sort of value. I mean, it's all just a deck that relies on the value of Collected Company and getting triggers. It seems like it would be fun to play, but not in a large tournament because I don't want to go to time every game. During the during the big invitational, the final match lasted, I think, just round 3 of the 5-round match lasted like 2.5 hours. Not something I want to do. So that seems like the best deck right now, but it's not something I want to play. What I do want to play is either Mono Red Eldrazi, which plays your standard Hangerback Rocker Eldrazi package with Chandra's parents to get you tokens, and the best Eldrazi to just do damage. Backed up by Chandra to keep you putting the damage through and drawing cards. That's what I want to play. Right there. Ooh, 57 seconds. We're almost back. White-black mid-range. This one was from a standard Super IQ. I haven't seen this deck before, but it seems like it just takes the best parts of the... Wow. That is a crazy amount of spells. Okay, so it doesn't have any creatures. It just plays spells to win. That is absolutely crazy. It's just a straight up control deck. Because it just has a bunch of removal and planeswalkers. That is super weird. This seems like the deck that would be fun to play in Standard right here. In paper, this deck is $428. I'd play that deck. We would like to go first. We do not want to keep a 5-lander. Mulligan. This is also not very good, but it is keepable. And we're going to put that on the bottom. So this is a pretty bad hand, but I didn't want to mulligan to 5 because I didn't think it'd get any better. I just got a lot better there, though. So, Daniel, we mulliganed 5-lander into a 4-lander with these 2 cards, and we've drawn both this and this, so
It's pretty good.
not terrible. Could have been much worse.
Sinking. Yeah, I mean, playing Wildfield Scarecrow into Watcher and
All
Markov.
very fine. Nice. I will trade with that. So should I just attack and then
No.
drop this?
I wouldn't want to get blown up by a combat trick. I would play a land and like if they play a removal spell, they'll have 5/2, and just having 2 creatures back to block is better, especially since our late game plan is so much better.
Okay. So I guess we'll just block with a 3/2
Probably. Yeah.
because I don't care if that gets killed by a combat trick.
No. Yeah, and block with the 3/2 is great because we'd rather have not be forced to block with the Wildfield Scarecrow.
Yeah, because we actually want to go get lands eventually, or just let it sit there forever until we need Delirium.
Yep. Also totally legit. So last game was exciting. Both we had a win by Triska Philadelphia, and we had a turn 4 kill.
On us.
But
turn
still,
4 kill us.
I don't know the last
It
time
might
I've
have
seen
been turn 5, but I think it was.
it was turn 4.
What is this one? Target attacking wolf or werewolf gets indestructible, and they are in the right colors for that. Look at that.
That's fine.
So I think we just play the...
The Markov. You stack for 3. We don't need another blocker.
You don't think we need another blocker? Okay.
I mean, we can just line up blocks.
So we're not going to attack this turn, we're just going to wait and attack in the
Yeah.
end. Alright.
They're welcome to attack into us.
F6. F2.
You got F6. If they attack, we can block our 1/4 on their 3/2 and our 3/2 on their 4/1.
Nope.
No problem.
Since that is a vampire, not a wolf, we do not have to worry about it.
Yep. And next turn we can play Watcher and Web and just hit for 3 and slowly whittle them down unless they have a removal spell.
Whoa.
That's fine.
Nice.
Now they don't have good attacks. Now we can just match
So I
up.
would be willing to put the 1/4 on the 1 and the other one on the
Now I
other.
would, now that they don't have tricks, yeah.
So.
Or are less likely to have tricks. I mean, you might have valued the Markov higher and played the Watcher first, but I don't value the Markov as highly.
Oh, so it'll end the game. That's why I think we should have played it.
So you wanted to play the Watcher, wait a couple turns, and then have 2 activations up in 2 in a row. I think that's legit.
I mean, it's not that I want to activate it or anything. I just think that holding it for a little longer and not chipping in for damage is probably better, because they're likely just to use the removal on the first thing they can remove.
Well, they didn't.
And since it's the 3/3, they did use the first removal.
They could have killed our 3/2, and they did, awkwardly. Okay, we blocked the 4/1. It was great. They just used 2 removal spells, and now we can play Watcher in the Web and just sit back.
Yep, I believe that. Oh, well, so I also like playing the Revenant and cracking a clue, or cracking a clue.
We're just taking 2 damage then. Let's just play the Watcher. They won't attack into it. They won't have any good attacks. Unless they have another removal spell, which is fine, is having them use a removal spell and probably lose their Kindred, or play a premium removal spell to kill it.
Yeah, a removal spell and a block would do it too.
That's a 2-for-1.
You don't think they have enough mana to do both? I think they do.
Might. It's a good card.
Nice.
But now they can't make either one indestructible. It becomes a 4/3. And allows their creatures to come into play transformed.
They probably don't have any more. We're still gonna blow them out though.
Yeah. Just play our creature.
Let's see here.
Play the witch.
I believe you are correct.
Just because the earlier the witch flips, the better, and we can just start attacking with the witch, and they either take 4 or they block it and start getting drained. Our late game is better, so the earlier we
I believe the witch is the correct play. I like playing the Revenant and having the mutation up, but I believe your play is correct.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way to get really blown out against the witch, especially in these colors, being that there's 2 spells that exile it, and both of them are great removal spells that I would love for them to use on the witch, and they're both sorceries. So,
yep. Unfortunately, blocks right now don't look too good for us. We can block for no value on the witch.
Right, but
that's about it. Oh, they just passed.
Well, they have to spend their whole turn doing that.
Nice.
Alright, let's play the Hunter.
I believe the Hunter is a better play.
But let's attack first. Cancel.
Can I hit escape to cancel?
I don't know.
So what are we attacking?
Just attack with the Cursed Witch. Well, he's just gonna block, so never mind. Don't attack with the Cursed Witch. I'm wrong, because he'll just make his guy indestructible.
Yeah, that's a really bad play.
I forgot they had mana open. Alright, yeah, so just Solitary Hunter, pass. Oh, we've got people talking to us, but I can't read.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, so I like the leaving the 2 mana up so we can use the clue or mutation as well.
Yeah, as soon as we get a good opportunity to do that, we will.
I think playing better creatures, though, is worth it.
It definitely
So I think
is.
Daniel is correct in that.
There's not many spells we could get that would be great. I mean, Sorin would be great, but we don't have the white mana to cast him.
Yeah, Watcher in the Web is definitely our best 5-drop creature, I believe. They were commenting on that as well.
Do you think... Well, we have 2 Watchers and a Markov, and I think Markov is better than the Watcher in the Web.
No, I think the Watcher's better. I think in more situations, the Watcher just completely stops their game plan. Like, the Markov may end the game, but the Watcher's what's going to get us there to end the game.
Okay, well, what I'm saying is, pack one, pick one. Do you pick the Markov or do you pick the Watcher?
Oh, you definitely pace the Markov because it's a rare, but the Watcher I think is still better.
I don't know if that's not necessarily true. I mean, I would take... I could see myself picking Path to Exile over the Markov every time, but that wasn't said, just removal.
So,
or Oblivion.
I guess the best way for me to describe it is, how many Watchers do you want in your deck? How many Markovs do you want in your deck?
I would play more Markovs than Watchers, though.
See, I'm the other way around. Because you're not going to get very far playing that many.
Yeah, just must answer threats.
3/3 for 5s are pretty bad. Even if they have flying. Whereas a 2/5 for 5 that can block 8 creatures is pretty good.
I mean, it's just. I mean, it is a fog in a trade. Wow, they have a great amount of werewolves here.
Yep. They're not going to attack, though. They're going to wait till they can make stuff indestructible, and then they're going to attack.
We're going to attack with a 4-2.
Okay. Do I really need to click those? Yes, I do, apparently.
You have to okay. You want me to take over?
Again?
Yeah.
God, what? I already hit okay. I clicked on the abilities. So I believe we just play the Revenant. Actually, let's start by cracking a clue.
You don't want to attack with the Accursed Witch?
We can always crack the clue first.
Wait, we only have 6 mana. And that costs 5 to play both those other spells.
What?
We have 5 mana of spells, and we have 6 lands. So if we crack the clue, we can't play the Mutation, Firebog, and Grotesque.
That's fine. Isn't it?
I'd rather keep the Grotesque up and crack the clue in the turn.
Okay,
There's almost nothing.
I'll let you take over. Well, you can attack first and see what happens. I don't think playing the Revenant matters anymore. Because it doesn't block anything. It blocks their 2/3.
Maybe we don't attack with the Cursed Witch because they can attack with 3. Well, then they kill 2 of our cards.
We definitely have to play a card. So you definitely want to play the Fireball Revenant or all their stuff flips.
Yeah. It's just, do we want to attack with the Witch or not?
Then just take it. They'd be crazy not to take it. So just play the Revenant. They'd be crazy not to take that. Just take 4. Don't have to worry about our blocker. Hit us on the crackback. And this way, we can crack the clue or the Grotesque.
Remember, the Grotesque draws them a card. This creature draws them a card.
Don't care.
If it's flipped, they draw 2
Don't
cards.
care. Don't care in the least. We're gonna get a 1-for-1 anyway.
No, it's a 2-for-1. They make their creature indestructible, kill our card, and then Grotesque bounces.
And it won't kill our creature that we block.
What do you mean?
Okay, so when we go to block, it will not kill our creature. We will block in such a way that we only sacrifice the Grotesque.
So then they draw a card and we gain some life.
Alright, go ahead and
Yeah. Like, this is not a good trade. I would have attacked if I was them.
All these flips. Alright, so now we basically can't play the Grotesque because they draw 2 cards.
We played on our turn.
Yeah, I mean, on their turn, we should not be playing it.
Oh yeah, we're in a rough spot.
Well, that's a lot of mana. So they can make theirs indestructible, which means we have no good attacks or blocks or anything. We're probably not blocking with a Skulk, so.
We really need to kill that Kindred.
We have
3 cards that kill it.
I can only think of 2.
We have a Throttle and...
we have 2 dead weights and
2 dead weights.
Okay.
We have a better board if we kill their thing.
Yes. We're about to be punished, though. About to be punished hard. So luckily their creatures are smaller than ours, or we would lose quite quickly.
Yeah, we can block if they attack. We can block with 3 creatures and kill
so
them.
They're not attacking. Notice they have nothing but wolves and werewolves, though.
Yeah,
Not good. Not good at all.
I mean, they have the 1 non-1.
So we hope to draw a spell, because if we get 2 spells, everything will flip back. Perfect. Play it.
Do we attack first?
Attack with our 5/6.
They're 4-2.
No. Attack with our 5/6.
Why?
Because then we Grotesque Manipulation and do 8 damage out of nowhere.
Well, this
And
is
all our creatures are about to flip back. So all their creatures are about to flip back.
but our 3/4 blocks better than their stuff. So if they keep up this activation, then we can block our 3/4 on one of their 3-powered creatures, and they bounce instead of us trading mana for a card.
Okay. Swing with the 4/2 then. And if they don't block it, Grotesque. And if they do block it, Grotesque.
Yeah.
I hate to use combat tricks like this, but this is the best use of our combat trick right now. Because they have the lone wolf of the whatever.
Maybe we don't want to. Because
No.
our 5/6 kills their 4/5, our 5/6 kills their 3/5, and our 5/6 kills their 4/3.
No, we want to flip everything back. Because they have 2 creatures that flip back and we have 1.
Well, they get a 3/2 and a 3/5, a 2/3.
We're about to have a 4/3 and a 2/2. I mean...
This means that our wolf can block their 4/5, and it doesn't matter if they make it a struggle. Although that's true for the Watcher, too.
Yeah, we have a Watcher. That Watcher counts for a lot more. Does it say... Oh, declaring blockers wait for him. It's really weird. Like, I wish they would flash somewhere. They have declared their blockers.
It will. It'll say okay. So...
Are we really debating this? Like, they're debating this far longer than I thought they
So,
would.
we decided not to tag with the Skulk lifelink, because when it flips back over, we can block one of their smaller creatures with it. This 2/3 we can block with our 1/3 gain of life. We could have gotten through more damage, but I like having more blockers at that point.
Also, they have 2 mana up, so there's not much they can blow us out with at instant speed.
Not that they
important
would have
to note.
already played.
Huh?
They would have already played it.
Oh yeah, they would have already played a lot of things, but maybe they wouldn't have played something. Woo!
Okay, so we have a good little board.
Everything flips back.
Kind of sad playing our Pat Guardian like that.
But
But it's
our
necessary.
only choice. We're at 25, so that matters a lot too.
Right, and we are at the point now where I really, really be happy to trade off my Cursed Witch. I'll probably attack with a Cursed Witch and Farbog Revenant every turn until they die.
Or until they're forced to pay mana to block, right?
So, Worm, remember that if we don't flip their stuff, they draw 2 cards for each spell we play on their turn.
Yeah, that's why we just used it as a sorcery.
Lone Wolf of the Natter Knolls is not an acceptable card to leave to play spells on your opponent's turn, and it does put you in rough spots, and it can cost you cards, but the amount of cards you're losing.
Huh. Nice.
Okay, well, it's just a 1-for-1.
Another one for... Well, no. Yeah, another 1-for-1.
Yep.
What did they kill that time? Solitary Hunter?
Yep.
Nice. Now they can just attack, right?
Not really. They don't have the activation up.
They're not going to attack. They probably should.
Okay.
They have no cards in their hand, so this is not a very good bluff. In
No.
fact, you would triple block it and kill it. Because that's a good triple block.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so we're hoping to draw a spell, and if we do, we'll attack with both of our creatures.
Let's see. What spell do we like? We would like Sword. Sword would win us the game. Seriously? That might just work.
They're at 12, it won't work.
Well, don't attack them now.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Just don't attack them. So next turn they go to 13, and we go to 26 minus whatever damage they do.
So we cannot afford for a Cursed Witch to go off.
No, you put the Curse of Witch trigger on the stack first.
No, this triggers on our turn. This triggers on their turn.
That's perfect, Daniel.
They lose 1 life.
Oh, they lose 1 life. Never mind. No, we cannot afford for that to go on the stack. Unless it's a May. Is it a May?
Nope.
Okay.
This is one of the reasons I don't like playing this is because they can just kill the witch.
Well,
But they just use 2 removal spells. Like,
we can always bluff it. I mean, we can always just have it minus both of us until we both die.
how many removal spells can they have? They've played 4.
Removal spell for a curse. Well, then we just take them to 0. They do have a werewolf deck. I'm impressed. So each gain a life. That's the top ability.
Yeah.
All right. So there's absolutely no way we can lose right now, right?
Yeah, so we go ahead and kill this.
Sure. They'll probably concede.
Alright, and we pass. If they gain a life or destroy our enchantment.
Had we not cast a spell just then, we would have flipped all their creatures and could have possibly died.
They wouldn't have had trample, and we can block all those creatures with Watcher in the Web.
Oh.
That's what Watcher in the Web's really great. When you need a fog.
I'm pretty sure Watcher in the Web is just better than the Markov guy.
I'm not sold on it yet, but I'm definitely saying Watcher in the Web is very good. It's just as annoying as I thought it would be to play against.
Yep, game block.
Go, Watcher in the Web. Block all the creatures. Be really awesome. Win us the game.
That is so much more awesome on MTGO than it is in real life. Because
Go,
in real life, you
go,
just like
Watcher
stack their cards on
Webs.
top of it.
Watching webs, winning games. Triska Fidelia
Alright, make us
is
game
insane.
life. So it's
Doesn't
the
matter.
top ability. Just in case they have something.
With 0 cards?
Yes.
Okay. Alright,
You never know.
so they have a lot of, they transform. They have a lot of creatures.
Uh-huh.
I am tempted to bring in the twins here because I'd like to have more
chair
toughness.
so low.
I'd like to have more toughness, but I'd also like to be able to keep playing spells. I don't know how much I like Frabbing Gargoyle early.
I think it blocks a lot of their creatures.
It does. Is there anything we didn't particularly like?
Triskaidekaphobia. I'm joking.
It can also not be good. It's just
I actually don't think we have anything for them. Except maybe putting in another 3/5.
3/5s, 3/2s. Creatures with more power and toughness are good because they had a lot of 3/2, but I mean, we don't have 1/1s. Other than the... We could pull out the Revenants. That they are not particularly good against their creatures. We could pull out 1 Revenant and pull in 1 Noble.
That would make sense. Yeah, the only thing that we like Revenant for is chipping in to get them to 13. So
Yeah. I mean,
maybe we could draw a sword. I would love to draw one. You know, we have one. We haven't seen it.
not yet.
It's been 4 games. I'm a little disappointed.
Did we see any enchantments? We didn't.
No. Though they probably have it. They probably have the werewolf enchantment.
Yeah.
So that might be a reasonable thing to put in.
Meh. I need to see 2 targets for me to want to play it. Not just 1 good enchantment. Because they might not
We
draw
didn't
it.
see a target. However, they probably do have 2.
Oh, so we're just asking about Triskaidekaphobia. So the way it works is at the beginning of your...
That's a really bad hand, but I guess we'll keep it.
I mean, it's not a mulligan. It's just not a great hand. So the way Triskaidekaphobia works is at the beginning of upkeep, it checks to see players are at 13. If anyone's at 13, they lose.
And then it either gains or loses every player when live.
So the pros of playing this card is you know when it's in your hand. Oh, God. And you can make...
Excellent spell.
You can make informed decisions to get to the life totals you need to. If you have it in your starting hand, you know your opponent's at 7, essentially. And you just have to do exactly 7 damage. Perfect.
I like this card.
I like this card, too. I'm happy we picked it. The other mode of Triskaidekaphobia that people don't think about is it either gets your opponent to 0 or gets you above a deadly life total. So if I'm at 5, it can take me to 12. If I'm a beatdown deck, or let's say I just had a good hand, it can put my opponent to a lower life total than they're comfortable with. I think
we do not attack.
Yeah.
Because we value going to the late game, whereas it doesn't work out well for them.
Yeah. But Triskaidekaphobia.
Please stop.
It's so hard to say.
You know what? 13-ophobia is quite a cool card. I was hoping.
Yeah, I think they should attack. I think they should trade.
Yeah, so since there's only 1 in our deck, we're not trying to get them to 13. We're not going to stop any attacks or anything like that. I think we play the 2/5 over the 3/2. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. I'm just thinking, I probably just want to attack.
They
They didn't play anything last turn.
Yeah, go ahead and attack. They probably won't take that trade.
They didn't play a land the last 2 turns. They have better cards in hand, so we just need to kill them. But it can make your life total better or higher or lower.
Yeah, we're not playing as if we have to win with it though. So if we can just beat them to death, we'll just beat them to death.
Yeah. The other consideration. Yeah, Reverse the Sands was an interesting card back in the day. Kamigawa Blockade swap players' life totals.
Oh yeah, it was a what? It was a rare.
Kamigawa Blockade rare.
What color was it?
It's white.
It's white.
Super expensive. But anyway,
it's like 8 mana.
Back on the phobia. There's an inherent risk if your opponent has a way. Like let's say we get them to 13. That doesn't matter.
There's that 4/1. Wow. And dead right with throttle backup, pretty impressive. I think we just play Vampire Noble after dead waiting though.
I think I just killed both and start attacking them.
I don't think you want to throttle a 3/3.
It becomes bigger, and more importantly, if they don't hit lands, they don't have things to play. I'm just going to try to kill them. I know that seems weird, but we know that they don't have plays because they didn't make plays and they're not playing lands.
So I would offer them a trade for the 3/2.
They don't have spells to play. So sorry, they don't have lands. So their hand is full of things that cost 5.
Yeah, I would have offered them a trade for the 3/2 and not attack with the 2/5. That way, if they took the trade, you could just play the 3/2. Oh, I like that.
The one risk with it is if we get them to 13 and we're at 15 and they play a spell that gains them a life, maybe a white spell, and they deal us some amount of damage, then we could lose.
Yeah, if they can put us at 13, basically.
Yeah.
Attack with a 3/2.
Let's attack both.
Don't attack with both. 2/5 into a 3/2.
Yeah, they take the trade and they take 2 and go to 10, or they don't.
No. It's a 2/3, Daniel.
Right.
So they
either trade or we do 2.
Why don't we just give them the... Okay, just do it. That's fine.
Because we're the aggressor. See, we did 2. They don't have spells they can play. They need to take as little damage as possible.
Right, so we play the 4/2 then?
Yep.
Or we play the other one and investigate. Oh, we can do both, actually.
That's great. Yeah, we're just beating them to death. But it brings up the interesting point. If you knew your opponent had 2 Triskaidekaphobos,
Just get that 13-ophobia.
yeah, 13-ophobia, would you consider, if you didn't have any other, or maybe one other life gain card, playing Chaplain's Blessing to throw their math off? Since it stops that, if you didn't have enchantments?
I don't think the solution to cards like that is bad cards.
So they don't have ways to do stuff.
Can that creature not block?
Nope, they don't control wolf.
How sad. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Sure.
Only because we can also play a 3/2.
Yeah.
But it doesn't change combat math, so we probably shouldn't play a 3/2. What? Did we math wrong?
No. So they were going to be a 1. We were going to have multiple creatures out. If one of those creatures died, they instantly lost the game. But we did have Sorin in hand.
Well, I'm going to give that one to Soren.
I'm going to give that one to Sorin. Oh.
He was our inspiration.
I do agree that you probably...
Probably what?
Don't play that. Oh, yeah. So Worm is pointing out that with the phobia you can tie. And you can tie on Magic Online. It's just very rare. If both players die, another column will come up on that.
Nice. And then everybody knows we have Triskaidekaphobia.
So, interesting thing about Triskaidekaphobia that's very, very interesting. Well, you can also die if both players are milled out and it says draw a card. But if I am at 13 and Brad is at 1, and Brad has the phobia, and he chooses for both players to lose a life, I lose the game, and then he goes to 0. But because the lose the game trigger resolves before state-based effects are checked, you win the game at 0 life.
Does the rest of the ability actually resolve on MTGO?
Yeah, so the ability would resolve, but then after an ability resolves is when state-based effects are immediately checked. And usually
they're checked in the order they happen? Because I thought every time you hit a comma, it's checked to see if someone has died or lost.
No.
So it would get to the comma and say, oh, Daniel was at 13, he's dead, we're not going to resolve the rest of the ability.
No, the whole ability resolves.
Oh.
In that case. So you can win the game at 0 life, which is pretty hard to do without special effects.
Yes, now that they've changed Magic so you don't lose the game at the end of turn when you have 0.
It used to be at the
End of each phase or end of game?
each
end
of phase. It's never been end of turn. There was a point a long time ago.
End of each phase, you so you could go negative and then gain life and get positive.
Back in the day, there was weird things you can do. You can't do that now.
Combat damage used to use the stack.
Let's not talk about dark days. Dark days. So you were looking at white back mid range.
This one looks fun to play. Tell me how many creatures are in this deck, Daniel?
They're tokens.
The answer is 3. And they're Westfell Abbey. It's quite amazing. And then tokens.
Tokens. So let's look at the amount of creature producers.
Oh, there's a lot.
6.
Gideon.
Well, it's only 6.
Gideon, Soren produces tokens.
10.
It's really
it's
impressive.
really only 10.
Look at the sideboard. I
11,
haven't had
12.
time to look at the sideboard.
12 that are pretty consistent, and then 2 are in his path. I do not consider Soren as a way to make tokens. He's more likely to win you the game off +1ing than he is anything like that. Let's see. What does it...
Well, if he wins by +1ing, then you're probably making tokens to win, right? I love that everybody is playing Declaration in Stone. That is why that card is so crazy expensive.
It's a good card.
It is a good card.
I like how they have a Liliana in the sideboard. It's interesting they only have one...
Lavanya.
The Linvala.
Linvala.
Sorry.
Man, we need a pronunciation key that's just above the monitor.
Yeah. It's interesting having a Soren here. So they are not...
It's probably for the mirror match.
This is more of a control. This is just a control deck.
They're calling it mid-range, but it is a straight control deck. It is so awesome.
Yeah.
That there's a white-black control deck in the format that uses tokens.
I mean, Secure the Waste is the kind of card that always goes over the top because it uses all of your mana.
I really like this deck. This is the deck I would like to play.
I
have, like, no cards that go in this deck. Except, Duress. I have some Duress.
The prices of the card are fairly evenly spread out, too. Like, this is a good showcasing of a standard deck that is moderately expensive without being prohibitively so. Like, no one of these cards.
Can you believe that Secure the Waste is worth money? That looks like a bulk rare.
At first, but I mean, it's an if it was a sorcery, it would be a bulk rare.
Oh, no doubt.
But it's an instant. It
looks like a bulk rare. It just so happens that so many of the decks in the format are using it.
Well, you gotta think it's like a bad version of Decree of Justice, which was legacy playable. It's not played anymore. But the end of turn, you get to just make as many white 1/1s as you have mana for the most part.
And then draw a card. With Decree.
Yeah, the other one draws you a card for 2 mana, and this one gets you 10 more 1/1s. And the other one was uncounterable because cycling is an ability, which was the real reason you cycle it. Yeah. But anyway, Secure the Wastes is basically a slightly worse Decree of Justice, which is a great card.
This seems like a really fun deck to play.
I think the reason that Secure the Wastes looks like a bulk rare is because usually bulk rares have that kind of very subtle, not flashes. Because if it said it dealt X damage to a player, we wouldn't play it.
It's because tokens usually aren't a viable strategy.
Well,
that's the real reason. I mean, so this probably, if you click on the price thing, was a bulk at some point. If you go back far enough, it was what, $2 or something, almost bulk.
It's always held $2 or $3 just because it's always had a couple played. I don't know why it's so high now.
It's so high now because it's in almost every deck. I mean, it's in 2 or 3 of the 5 decks.
Worm is putting out that this has a lot of mass removal-like language for a tokens deck. The goal of this deck is to clear the board, take control, and then play a Secure the Wastes later. They don't mind...
What's English I'm making? Oh, that's the minus 3 life, destroy a permanent.
Yep. Nice. You can play a Gideon and make a blocker, and then languish later, and it's fine.
Not to mention, can't you just beat him down with a Gideon? Isn't that the...
He turns into a 5/5. You probably won't in this deck as much, but yeah.
Well, once you clear the board, all bets are off.
I'd still probably just...
And look how many clear the board it has. Oh, also, look at the variety of the deck, because it's trying to get Descend Upon the Sinful to go. It's trying to get it to make the 4/4.
Yeah, it's playing some enchantments.
It's playing a pretty good amount of enchantments. It's playing Language as a Sorcery, Secure the Waste, Declaration of Stone instant, Ultimate Price instant. Oddly enough, it is not playing any creatures to get you the
Yeah.
Whatever it's called.
Delirium. They've got lands, and instant sorceries
weird.
and planes. The kinds they'll probably have is land, instant, sorcery, planeswalker, which seems a little weird, but it's not that weird.
Yeah, it seems like creature would almost be a free roll in your deck. It's weird that it's not playing one.
It is, but
keep in mind this is just a Super IQ first place, so like that's a pretty small tournament.
Yeah, but it is still a solid deck.
Super IQ is a pretty large tournament for some people, but I've been to much bigger.
Right now, it's 10% of the meta, though.
Yeah, I don't know how they calculate that.
It's based off of the tournaments that have been out so far. So there's not that many tournaments, and this is an obvious deck.
This is a fun looking deck. I would love to play this deck.
One of the things I like a lot here is that the late game answers, like big win conditions. There's 3 wastes.
Any of the planeswalkers?
Well, I don't know if Gideon's a big winner there.
They don't answer it. He's
right. But secure the waste will usually kill you.
Not to mention, play Gideon, make all your 1/1s 2/2s.
Yeah, but that requires another card. But what I'm saying is, secure the waste will usually win you the turn within 2 to 3 turns of playing it.
Oh yeah.
Send upon the sinful may not always, but it is an evasive threat.
It's a very good card because you're exiling all their creatures, which you would assume there's more than one, and you might get a 4/4. Great.
Yeah.
I'm surprised how cheap it is.
Languish kills most of the important creatures in the format. 4 is the normal toughness now. There's not a lot of 5 toughness creatures. It stops the Bant decks as well. Siege Rhino is gone. Languish is great. Like, that's basically what happened.
That's pretty true. The most popular deck, I believe, is the Collected Company deck. I was talking about it.
Let's take a peek at that real quick.
Yeah, I was talking about it earlier.
The Bant Company?
Yeah,
Let's look for 5 toughness creatures here.
I don't think there are any.
I actually know there's not, but I just wanted to point out there is no 5 toughness creatures, with the exception of Flipped Avacyn.
Oh no, there's the +2/+2 on the Advocate. If you have 6 or more lands, right?
That's true.
So
he'll live.
Whatever.
Or she'll live.
It.
So there was one interesting deck that came out that I do want to point out if I can find it.
What was it called? I like the Mono Red Eldrazi deck too. Very simple.
Oh, so it was a Bant Company deck, and let's see if I can find the player running it that I'm looking for. Andrew Jessup. And this might blow your mind in...
I don't see anything crazy.
That card listed right there, Brad?
Holy
That's
moly.
a 2-of?
That's just common. Just a 6/5.
My assumption,
doing its thing.
My assumption is he meant to run a different big creature, a different creature, and got to the tournament and couldn't find them and had to register them.
What other big creatures are there?
Okay, well, if you were going to run that, you would just run the board that's a 6/6 for 6 with trample.
Maybe, but
there's literally no reason to run a 6/5. Like, we can check right now for 6 mana green cards and see how many better ones we have. And it is amusing. It's just fun to see this. And Andrew Jessup is a pretty famous player. He's played on the Pro Tour.
I guess nobody had any laying around.
Yeah, And it's not for lack of money. He's running 3 Jaces, which I assume is
he couldn't spend the other 2 cents to get the other card.
Format standard.
That is pretty funny that happened, though. Is our next game not starting? What?
No, we're just waiting. Still.
Man.
It's only been 37 minutes. So we've got a couple more.
We did finish relatively quickly.
I guess we want a creature. We just want to see 6 mana cards that are green that are better than it. Like, let's really narrow it down.
6.
CMC equals 6. Oh, sorry, that's mana cost.
Yeah, you won't CMC. It's up there. Up.
Oh, sorry. Wow, it's way higher than I thought. And
I think
color.
that's all you want.
Let's make it green. Let's make it real specific, because he obviously needed a green drop.
Okay.
I'm just teasing, because obviously he probably meant to run some sort of card that wasn't a 6-drop at all. This deck probably wants to run a 3-drop.
Who knows? Maybe he filled it out wrong or something.
He probably didn't have the card he thought he was going to have. Alright, so there's Canopy Gorger, which is what he's running. Canopy Gorger, number 1 card. Or it might have been a dare or a bet. He might be been silly, because it wasn't that big of an event. It was only an open. And he got 17th place with it, by the way, so it's not like he was slacking. That's a really good performance. You could run Dragon Lord Dramoga, but it has 1 less power, so why would you run that card? Endearing Scale Lords obviously
worse. Lifelink.
I'm just being sarcastic, Brad.
Oh,
Dragon Lord Dracoma is almost better in every single way except for it doesn't have 6 power. That is literally the only way it's not better.
But it can't be countered. I want spells that can be countered in my deck.
Green Warden of Marasa. which is definitely better. Ornery Hydra.
So what you're saying is there's not a really good reason.
No, there's Kessig Dire Swine, Sky Snare Spider, slightly better. Soul of the Harvest, also better.
Wait. Did they put a different symbol there? What set is that? Welcome Deck 2016. Never heard of it.
So let's talk about this. Every year, they used to have basically core sets with core set special intro packs, and the core set would have an expanded list of a couple cards that came in your special, they had pack rares specifically designed for new players where they could just take this deck and they could play it in F&M. It would be bad, but they're always big splashy rares like Soul of the Harvest. I had no idea Soul of the Harvest was legal in Standard, but it is.
It's in apparently that's got to be a typo because look at the sets it's in.
No, it's in Welcome Deck.
A Welcome Deck counts.
Yes, it's Standard legal.
Horribly confusing.
And it's illegal. It's a legal card with a bunch of cards like Air Servant, Aegis Angel, Cone of Flame. All of these cards are legal in it. Now you might also notice that none of these cards are great for Standard.
What about that one? Go up a little bit.
Oakenform?
No, Mine Rot. There we go. That's Standard playable right there.
There's a better version of that, yeah.
That's a joke.
But you could be in a situation where you might.
See, that is just crazy confusing to me.
It's because they wanted to give out intro packs to new players.
Why couldn't they just pick the cards that were in Standard and re-art them?
They wanted more flavorful, less complex decks. Because there's no... Well, it's super... It used to make less sense for me. They used to just put in a rare that they thought was not really constructed playable great, but was flashy and cool. But now that they don't have intro packs, it can be quite complicated to start with Delirium for a brand new player. You might notice that this looks like it is a core set. Correct?
Strange.
Yeah.
Some of these arts are very good, though.
I mean, there's a world where you could see... Probably not
Disperse, actually.
Disperse, Cone of Flame.
I want to play your fairy deck that's actually not a fairy deck.
Maybe Nightmare.
So Daniel envisioned a deck with basically 2-drop flyers. And that was the deck.
Yeah.
2-drop flyers and whatever support you needed to get there. Disperse is one of those.
There's already this version of this card, though. There's the zombie version of this
That's
card.
perfect.
You can run
Use
8.
both. Yeah.
Sure.
I just want to disperse all your collected company cards.
Anyway.
Disperse.
Soul of Harvest is better. Terra Stomper is better. So as you can see, all of the cards.
So it must have just been.
The question is it the worst? Vastwood Gorger, better or worse than the 6?
Better. Only costs 1 green.
I think it's worse. So he picked the second. Well, Herd Chaser's probably actually worse than Kennedy. The third worst. Yeah.
Bailoff and Knowles.
Anyway.
Should have played.
So that was an amusing aside. Canopy Gorger. Now a legit card to play. It went up a whole penny. No, it didn't. It's the same price. Never mind. I'm wrong. Oh, it did spike the day of the tournament just because people thought it was legit.
To 2 pennies. Nice.
Well, it's probably bots that bought it because they thought that there was some sort of secret tech that they hadn't covered, when in fact it was just some mistake. Anyway.
We're still not playing yet.
No.
I'll be glad when we can play not Swiss. Because, so I feel like if you're winning, Swiss is really bad.
The last match does take a minute. Well, we could look at the play lobby and see when leagues open up and start our next league soon.
I do want to play another league. League was probably the most fun I've ever had on MTGO. Aside from drafting 2 halves since watch our video.
Did we crash this?
Did we crash MTGO? No, we're fine. You just need to stop pushing buttons when it stops working.
Oh. Yeah, you're probably right.
I mean, MTGO just sucks. That's your problem.
Okay, so let's wait for it to go to the play lobby. I clicked play lobby.
Yeah, that's all you get to do. You get to wait. Because the internet is working, we can tell because we're streaming.
Alright, leagues.
I would just Google when leagues start.
Okay, so Worm's pointing out that 9 games sealed exists. And what that happens is after the first 5 rounds, you can pay extra money and get extra packs, which you get the cards for, and add them to your sealed league and power up your stuff. It's the casual version.
Wait. What are the prizes like for this? Because
let me show you.
it says friendly. I don't want it to be friendly with prizes.
It is. So
that didn't come out wrong. I want it to be very, very good with prizes. There is no...
Learn more.
There we go.
Okay, so this is the regular, nothing fancy, 5-match sealed league. 28 event tickets. So those are the entry options.
Or 6 packs and 4 ticks.
Right, 420, 280, 140, all the normal stuff. If you get 3-match wins, it's okay. If you get 2-match wins, it's great. So they kind of made that one more intense, and then we can look at the other side. If I can get to it. Which I can. And look at the friendly. And it's going to be a little bit more complex. So you pay your normal entry. And then stage upgrade option. And you can upgrade, I think, halfway through. I think you play your first 5 rounds, and then the next 4 rounds you can upgrade. And you can use 40 play points, and you get another pack to make your deck stronger, right? Here are the prizes for it too. 3-match wins is 40 play points, which is what you put into play.
Show me the other one again. Just click the other tab on that same.
I closed it.
No. Just go back to what you had. And then click right there.
No.
Okay, so this one is both the same to start with, right? 28, 6, and 4, and 280. Now go back to the other one. So at 5 match wins, you get almost nothing. 100 play points. Plus 40 more if you did the stage thing.
Right. The friendlies have the points distributed. If you get first, if you win 9 matches,
you still don't come out ahead.
Right. If you get 0 matches, you're ahead. The point is that it has the same amount of prizes, just spread out much more across everything because it's friendly.
So we were basically hitting 3 out of 5 every time. We didn't go lower than that. And at 3 out of 5,
we're probably somewhere around 6. We're probably at 7 out of 5. We're probably at 7 or 6 out of 9. This is probably where we're at. So we're probably getting 200 play points.
Let's just say we do 5 out of 9, or instead of 3 out of 5, we do 5 out of 9. So we just scale up.
Well, the players are going to be worse here.
Okay, well, either way, I think we're better off playing the competitive one.
I agree, because they're scaled upwards.
Now, unless you personally just want to play 9 matches with the same pool. I do not want to play 9 matches.
Well, the other problem with the 9 pool is that it becomes tougher because each pack after the 5th or 6th, I think you can add.
What now?
You can add packs. You can buy.
You only get one. You only get one upgrade, right?
Match wins or whatever. Okay. I think you can upgrade 3 times. Us before.
No, not possible.
Yeah, Brad.
We have never prevented us from having fun.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess that's true. But I think Friendly League is nice because often in a sealed game you have enough playables, and the competition's going to be worse. So if you're a moderately serious to serious player, even if you are playing against people that are adding more, the very serious players usually won't be adding more packs to their pool because it's not really worth the price.
No,
to get the wins.
I think you're wrong.
I
think you always add the packs.
I disagree greatly. Let's look at the Friendly League. Is nice because often in a sealed game you have enough playables, and the competition's going to be worse. So if you're a moderately serious to serious player, even if you are playing against people that are adding more, the very serious players usually won't be adding more packs to their pool because it's not really worth the price.
No,
to get the wins.
I think you're wrong. I
I
think you always add the packs.
I disagree greatly. Let's look at the cost. Just assuming you're doing this. So let's assume you're doing the friendly league because either you're
because you want to.
Sure.
I mean, it doesn't matter your reasons. Just because you want to.
And let's say your goal is like our goal, to get as much play as possible for as little money as possible while having an enjoyable event.
So min-maxing on the points, I don't think it's worth the extra pack, is what I'm saying.
I agree.
So what you're saying is, you think you could build a good enough deck that you could win 9.
Or, let's say, if your deck is bad, let's say that you get a bad seal pool. You do have the option
of just dropping. Just playing your 5 matches and being done.
You get to play all 9.
Oh, you get to play all 9 even
without upgrading.
Even without upgrading.
You play 9 out of 5. You play 9 no matter what.
And you go for as much as you can.
Yeah, you play 9 matches no matter what. So, like, as far as playing games of Magic goes, this is a better value because you will play more games of Magic at the same cost.
Yeah, whether you're winning or losing, you're playing more games, it's right there.
Yeah.
However, I think you don't want to play the same crappy sealed deck for 9 matches.
Well, maybe your sealed deck's great. What if we open what if our draft deck is a sealed deck we open? What if we have the double Avacyn Sorin sealed deck? We don't need to add packs to that. You don't need to add packs to the super aggro down to the load deck either. You know, maybe you just have this really good aggressive deck, and you could add a pack, but you're probably only going to get a card or 2 for your deck. It might not be worth it.
You end up playing with 10 packs eventually if you add every time, right?
You can only add on matches 6, 7, and 8.
Are you sure? They're saying something different.
What? Okay, let's see what people over here are on this thing.
It doesn't actually say that anywhere right here. That's the problem.
You can add on after game 3 and after game 6. Stages are 3 games each. No, just on 4 and 7.
Okay, so you're getting up to 8 packs.
Wait. Okay, you can get up to
8 packs, right?
So there are 3?
They're saying 2, right? After game 3 and game 6? Or game 4 and 7?
Okay.
One of the 2.
So 4 and 7.
So you're going to add 2 packs eventually.
In the middle, yeah. And you can choose when you're going to have, I guess.
And since packs are approximately 40 points each, I think you would always add. Maybe if you're losing horribly,
packs are worth less
than 40 play points.
Wait, no, packs are worth $3 and 4 event tickets. Yeah, so you'd always use play points to add. Makes play points a lot more valuable for the adding.
So I think play points are great. I think if you're losing horribly, you just keep losing without adding packs, and if you're winning, you keep adding so that you keep winning.
I don't think you always need to. I mean, think about some sealed decks we've had have been tough cuts, and when you're buying a pack just to see a rare or an uncommon we would like to play first, I think that's a lot less defensible.
I don't like this hand whatsoever.
Do you think that most hands are better than... We only have to draw 1 land and we can cast...
But it needs to be a black land.
I mean, if it's not a black land, then we can cast 2 of our spells.
Okay. That is a keep, but I do not like hands like this.
I'm not in love with it, but to me it's a fine, not great hand.
It's a keep. I do not like starting with 2 lands when our curve starts on 3. Hold on.
I agree.
Because if we don't draw one right now, then it's real bad.
It's not real bad. Our opponent has to put an aggressive start on, but yeah, it's not real good either.
Woo! We got there. Scarecrow, right? No, lifelink guy.
Scarecrow.
Now we have 2 more 3-drops. We always drop the lifelink guy.
I would like to try to get out Sorin ASAP. Right?
While I agree with you on a general sense, I don't want to stop playing 3-drops to crack a Scarecrow.
That's true. Okay, so I think we just drop the Courier because it's the card I'd like to trade more with the...
The 1/3 doesn't trade with the 2/2.
Do you want to trade our... I guess we should trade our Farbog.
No, we shouldn't trade. We should only use it to block the 2/2.
So we should just take one and
we
swing
should
one?
take one forever.
We should take one, swing one forever.
Yeah.
Well, my idea is if they would block, is that I think that a 1/1 Death Touch is better than a 1/3 lifelink.
I think you're wrong because we have a Sorin. Because we just 1 point, it's dead.
Boop. That's a good point.
So they're gonna swing one. We're gonna swing one right back at them. Forever.
Being able to kill it is not something I was thinking about quite as much. I probably should have put that in much more higher regard. Do they have a card they can... No? They just don't have green mana.
Ooh. So now...
We can play the Tooth Collector and kill that.
We just play the Tooth Collector, yeah. That's the best. Next turn... We're going to want to definitely swing one. Next turn, I think we just crack the artifact creature
We could
just to go get 2 lands so that we can play 1 land and then play 1 land and play something.
We could just not attack and keep back 5 damage. Block here, block here.
Do what now?
If they attack with both creatures next turn,
Mm-hmm.
well, we could just trade Tooth Collector for the Pelt Rider, though.
Tooth Collector is so much better when we'd had Skulk so soon.
So then
We're about to have creature artifact land.
Okay, then we shouldn't attack with our creatures.
Why wouldn't we attack with the Skulk guy?
So we can block their 2/2 with our 1/3. Because we don't want to trade 1 drain for 2 damage
Yeah, we do.
when we're trying to make the game go longer.
So, I don't agree with you, but my reason is we want to put pressure on them at all points of the game. And our life total is less meaningful because we have a Sorin in our hand.
Our life total being less meaningful because we have a Sorin, I agree with. Alright, so let's...
Wow, that's a good card too.
Sacrifice this first.
I believe that is correct. Now, we don't have good blocks if we sacrifice that.
It's fine.
So we should probably play the land and play the other 2/4.
So we need a green source.
And a swamp.
Sure, whatever. It doesn't matter much.
And then we just play the 2/4. Right? Or do you want to play the courier and get the clue by trading and then play the clue guy? That's what I want to do.
I just want to play the 2/4.
No, I think we want to play the 3/2 because next time
I don't like it if they attack with the 2/2 because I don't want to make that trade.
we have a 1/3. Just don't attack.
Oh, right. We have 1/3 of those 2/2. Alright, sure.
And then next turn we play Sorin and kill something or draw a card. It really doesn't matter.
I'm probably just going to plus him. Well, no, I'll probably just kill their 3/3. Scratch that. I'm going to kill Kindly Stranger. Just because it flips and kills one of our cards.
Agree. And the rare comes down. The mythic rare.
The Mythic.
The most mythic of rares.
So, you have Sorin and Avacyn. Pick one. What do you take?
Sorin or Avacyn? I would much rather have Avacyn.
I agree.
Both because it's worth more money, and I think it wins the game more.
I agree. Even if Sorin was white, I think I'd rather have Avacyn. I think even if Sorin was 4 black, and Sorin...
Oh, a concession!
I don't know if I'd even concede there. You can still win that game.
They weren't winning that game, but I love that they just conceded. Like, not worth it. Done.
Alright, do we want to pull in...
Nope. We just want to run it back and get the Sorin on the 6th turn or 7th turn. I think it was the 7th turn.
So they're running Delirium, but yeah, I mean, like...
We theorize they're running Delirium.
Yeah. They had some Delirium cards. I mean, we could pull in some beatdown cards and that. We just don't know if we want to be faster or slower.
I think we were doing just fine. We didn't need that Sorin to win. Just then.
Yeah.
I'm not a very fast conceder, but we have played a few of them.
I am not either. The times that I'm willing to concede is if I'm actually...
need the time.
When I need the time is the number one reason. That's really the only time I'll concede. Every other time, I'll just let them kill me. Or if you're, like, trying to hide information, like if they played a card that was, like, exile all permanents your opponent controls and see their hand, or if they're doing something where I have a relevant card I don't want them to see.
Or we're going to lose anyway, and we're just going to play something to give them information and then lose.
Exactly.
I'll concede then. Daniel often won't, actually. He'll talk about it, but he won't.
If I think there's a chance...
Ooh, another hand I don't really like.
Yeah, I don't like this one enough not to play it.
Yeah, because the things we get to play, we need 3 lands straight to play.
We are on the draw.
Nope. Mulligan. We don't even have green mana.
Alright, I'm keeping this.
That's fine.
And I'll put that on top.
Yeah, I think that's worth putting on top.
We are likely to draw a land within the first 4 turns.
Won't be this turn. And if we kill Masorin and then Triskaidekaphobia, they're going to rage so hard.
I mean, I guess Triskaidekaphobia is fine without being great.
Rage so hard. Wow, I really wish we'd stop drawing that. I want to draw Waltz really late.
Yeah.
It's very much a dead card this early, which actually makes me value it lower.
Yeah, it is. You want 1 in your deck for the late game. The cost is important because you can cast the stuff that you play, but that's it.
Ooh, they milled 2 lands. That's pretty unlucky.
Unless they have plenty of lands, in which case it's very lucky.
No, I think you want to... Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, just because I can't block it. If it just had Death Touch, I'd definitely play the Ghoul Callers, but... Alright, so we have spells. Even if we don't draw anything for a while, I'll make some trades and play Ghoul Callers and try to make more trades. And wow.
Why are they not send the Skullquint at us?
I don't know, I'm willing to make this trade.
They are too. They don't think you are, though. I actually like not turning this sideways, but go ahead and do it. Because we don't have a good blocker for their 3/3. But if we played a 2/2 and that 1/3, then we would have a good blocker. Is the reason I wouldn't have. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, but if we draw another dead card, I really want to be able to Macabre Waltz.
I don't care. We can hold the Macabre Bolts the whole game.
No,
I'd rather completely lock down their attack, except for that 2/2 flyer. Because now they're swinging both, whereas before they wouldn't have. Because they wouldn't have risked it.
I would have.
And I wouldn't have given them that free trade either, where it's 16.
Roger land. That made the play a lot worse.
Pretty lucky.
No, I made that block because if we didn't get anything, I was going to play Macabre Waltz and discard one of our 5 drops.
Yeah, I don't think you ever do that.
You think it's just silly?
Yeah, I think that's just a bad play. Just straight up bad play.
It might have been. I was not 100% on it.
What? One more... Well, you should run these by me. We have 20 minutes and we're on game 2.
It's true. Alright, they've got ghouls.
Only thing we can do is draw land here. Alright, we did it. Good job.
So we just play the Watcher?
Yeah. That's why that card's so good. Now they won't attack.
Yep.
With anything.
Alright, and then we can play Triskaidekaphobos.
No. Play the Dread Knight.
Yeah, we'll play Dread Knight next. I don't even know if Triskaidekaphobia is particularly good here because we're just trying to gain
It's
life.
never great.
And if our opponent attacks us to certain life totals, we can just die.
No, we're at 14, so we're fine.
What I'm saying is, like, if we played it and they played a spell that made us somehow lose 1 life, we would lose the game.
But we can't play it until we're below 13.
Or they die on it. Oh, we might not want to play that land.
We don't. Yeah, you didn't want to play that land.
Yeah.
Next turn, we'll be able to attack.
Yeah, I think we don't play the Phobia. I think we just hold it in our hand. And this is the part where the Phobia is bad.
Yeah, that's fine, though.
We also can discard the Phobia.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
We could also end up in a situation where we attack them for 5, and then, we'll probably just kill them.
So if we waltz next turn and chunk the Phobia, we'll be able to get the Revenant back and start swinging for 1 more. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, we just block here.
Double block. Block with a 3/4.
I'll trade for their trick, and then I'll...
No. Double block, you'll get their creature too. It still won't kill both your creatures.
Right, but I want to keep my 3/4, and they can just pitch 2 lands to bring that back.
You're about to Macabre Waltz and get whatever they kill right back. You want to take out their 4/4, I think.
Alright.
I think it's worth it. Because they're going to play a trick, but it will not kill both of your creatures.
Now they don't have to play a trick. Now they can just 1 for 1.
But they're not. That you would not attack like that unless you wanted to play the trick right now.
To kill the spider. I agree. But I would just take the kill of the 3/4 and then later discard 2 bad cards.
But they're not that good.
Okay, so they throttle. So now they get a 2 for 1.
Yeah, but that's fine. We Macabre Waltz and get that right back.
Oh, they just made a really bad play. They should have assigned 1 and they should have throttled before blocks.
Yeah, they should have known how to play, but they don't.
Wow.
I mean, that's fine. We're in the loser bracket, Daniel. So we play Macabre Waltz, we get the Spider and the Farbog back, right? And then we chunk the Triskaidekaphobia and play the land, right? I believe that's correct.
Well, we can't. 1, 2.
We have 7 mana, right?
We have 6, so we can play the land.
And then we'll have 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect. Top one there. Yeah, there you go. It's so hard to see what you're clicking. And then chunk.
Yeah, the phobia.
Yeah.
It's just not.
It's perfect.
Level.
See, now we traded their combat trick for what? Nothing. A half of a Macabre Waltz. I mean, it was perfect.
I really don't like to assume my opponent's going to make terrible plays.
But I could see it in their eyes, Daniel.
They're robo-eyes!
I could see it. You don't attack with a 4/4 unless you play a trick, and you don't accept getting blown out like we just did.
See, like, if I had that trick, I would have made the same attack.
But you would have just taken
the 3/4 and let the trade
and let the creature die.
Yep.
I agree with you.
And I would have throttled the 3/3 and not died to a flyer. Well, I mean, we're not in the all losses bracket. We're in a 3-round bracket, and we're 1 win, 1 loss. That's not always awful players. That can also just be somebody that happened to play 2 good matches.
I'm not disagreeing out with you. However, they weren't going to back down, and I could tell. They attacked with such fervor and such confidence. They weren't gonna back down.
Brad can read your internets.
Yeah, I can read your internet players.
He is the guru. He can see into your internet soul.
Besides, they don't want to lose their 4/4, which is weird because you can discard 2 cards to get it right back.
Yeah, yeah. No, if
no, I would have totally done what you said, but I knew they weren't.
I would have just been like, yeah, I'll trade your 3/4 for 2 of my future bad cards and kill your 3/3 while you're tapped out.
Yeah, but they didn't.
Now they're gonna lose the game. They have sorcery, land, so they have threat delirium. They can use this ability, which is why they should attack first and make it so that our watcher can't block. But okay.
What are they doing there? I couldn't see that ability.
It just mills 2.
Oh, they just played it. Okay.
Yeah, this player has not been playing well, unfortunately for us.
Is that unfortunate?
Yeah, I have when our opponent plays decent games.
So
5, 6, 7. We
our flyer is better than their flyer, so we start by hitting them, right?
Yeah, and then I think I'm gonna. Well,
no, I think we play the lifelink guy because they cannot block it.
They can. They got a 1/2.
Oh, in that case, then
I think we play and sacrifice this, and then chuck a land, and then we'll play the Farbog afterwards, and we'll have a 6/6, which will be out of the range of the.
Wait, how are we checking a land?
This gets 2 lands.
2 lands in our hand, right?
Right. We chuck 1 and we play 1.
Oh, that is correct. Yes.
We do that before combat in case they have any tricks.
Actually, we should do it after combat because. Alright, so play the planes. The only 1 mana green trick doesn't make that thing big enough, so you should just go ahead and swing.
It makes it a 3/3, but yeah.
Well, that's even better. If they don't see that trick coming, we deserve to win.
Yeah, we do it.
Yeah, we do it now because now is when we have to do it, right? They already declared their blocks, right?
Yeah. Okay, so now we can decide if we want to play the Revenant, which gets jump blocked forever, or make our guy bigger, which is probably the play.
We should see what we draw before you.
Oh, they're just going to kill our guy. They can delirium kill the 5/5.
That was worth it. They still don't have any very good attacks, though.
They attack with the... Yeah, they don't. If they attack before combat, they can just have us not block their 3/3.
That's fine. I'm fine with that.
Like, they can attack us for 6.
They can attack us for quite a bit next turn. But their 4/4, 2/1, 1/2, and 4/3 all can't attack.
They can all attack.
And they would just lose.
Why?
We've got 14 life. We'll take whatever we want to take, and we'll kill whatever we need to kill.
We can't kill the 4/4. Why are they attacking now with that?
That's terrific. We double block again, right? No,
No.
don't double block again. Keep the land in our hand, I guess. No reason to play it.
Yeah, for the
Looks
wolf.
like it might be a combat trick.
Well, we've got the wolf as well.
We might have actually should have not played anything that turn, so that we flip into a 5/6. Because then they're really not attacking.
That's true. I actually like that point a lot. Because I was just going to attacking for 1 to gain 1. Because it offsets the 2 life, but that might be relevant for attacks.
If they're smart, they'll actually attack this turn. So they can pump it 3 times to a 6. So we can triple block and we'll lose 1 creature.
Yeah.
If you want to do that. And that's their whole turn.
But they'll kill the Watcher, and then they can attack with everything.
Okay, so let's not do that, and let's take 6.
Because next turn we can use Solitary.
Ooh! They did not pump it.
No, because they're going to play something.
Woo!
Alright, now we're in trouble.
Well, we have the Watcher, so we're alright.
No. No, right.
Ooh.
Now we definitely play Watcher number 2.
Now. Get rewarded.
Do we attack with the Skulk? Yeah.
We're not blocking with it, so yeah.
We could definitely lose this game at this point, though.
We're already a game up, and we have 16 minutes, so we're fine.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that it has the trigger go on the stack. That's a little weird.
Alright, so if I was them, I would attack with...
Everything? I think it's an all or nothing thing at this time.
I would, just because we don't have a good attack back.
Shouldn't you block? Oh, no, there's no.
Then we just take 3 and let this flip.
That's hard to say. It's very hard to say.
We could have double blocked that, actually. Probably should have.
Wouldn't have mattered.
They had a trick. That's a problem, too.
We need a removal spell. That's not a removal spell.
So we just pass.
Yes, we do pass.
We attack first.
With the sculpt guy? Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, it would have been better to double block that 6/6 with a 1/3 and a 6/5/6. Oh well, whatever.
I don't think they're going to attack.
You don't think so?
No, they've been very conservative with attacks. I don't think they'll even attack with this card.
Because it's so much of their mana.
Oh. That's interesting.
That's how I would do it. I'd full out attack us. Actually, we're at 10.
I have full out attack as well.
Well, so we can always use the Watcher to block everything, though.
This is trample. And this is trample.
So we put 1 Watcher on that, and then 1 Watcher and the other guy on that.
Mm-hmm.
And they get to take out one or the other.
Yeah, they should take out the Watcher.
They
Actually,
won't.
they should take out the Wolf, just because the Wolf trades with things, and the Watcher's bias turns.
I knew what they would take out.
That's such a bad one to take out right now for them, unless they have a trick. Having 2 Watchers, it's not nearly as valuable.
Well, so that lets that 3/3 come through next turn, though.
I'll probably just play a spell and double block it.
I'd say we not attack for 1 anymore. But I may change my mind with what we draw. Ooh, nice.
Yeah, if they can play 2 spells, it'll be really valuable for them.
Well, that's what they're going for.
They're probably... Okay, they're getting a 4/4 with Hexproof.
A 4/4 with Hexproof?
Yeah. Autumnal Gloom. Autumnal Gloom is good without being great.
Oh, nice. It's great in this situation.
It's fine.
I believe we want to just pass. Not do anything.
Yeah.
That's a sad place to be.
I mean, if we can last a couple more turns, we could get something like a Sorin out.
If we get a Sorin, we might just win.
Yeah, we can just kill their Stallion or their 5 for their 4/5.
Yeah, not sure what we would kill, but...
If we would already be dead if they attacked with all their creatures several turns, but...
probably.
They're pumping now. At least they're nice enough to give us information.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense.
Does? I think we're dead.
Not if they don't full out attack. I believe we are dead.
Okay.
Let's see.
We're definitely dead. We blocked their 5/5 with our 5/6. I went through the 4/4. And we take
Ooh,
1, 2,
they're
3.
taking some of it back. We may not die this turn.
Yeah, they might think we have a trick, which is reasonable. Because they could die on the backswing. But they can definitely... Oh, wow. They just love giving us time.
It's not really what we need. We can't play 2 spells, though.
Could. It's enough toughness we could play all 3.
We can play all 3. We have that mana. We don't have that much mana, Daniel.
No, we don't. So we'll just play our 4/2 and pass. Our opponent should just attack us for 6 in the air.
Oh yeah, why didn't they attack with a 2/1 flyer last?
I don't know.
They forgot.
But I don't think that not attacking there is actually ridiculous because we could have spells that make us survive and kill them in the crackback, specifically the 4/4. But playing this conservatively this long was not great. And we are in white, so we could have Exile, we could have Wraths. I mean, as soon as I see that first Plains, I'm very aware my opponent could have a Wrath.
Alright, so we throw the...
It doesn't matter, it's 6 flying.
Oh, well.
Well, I guess we have Skulk Lifelink.
Yeah. So we go to 1.
Sure.
Wait, why don't we flip the guy?
This?
Yeah, why don't we flip it? Is that worth it? I don't know.
Probably not. We probably should just get back attackers, but I don't think it matters. I don't think even drawing Sorin will get us out of this jam.
Probably not.
What did they just play? Confront the Unknown? Okay, they kill us.
What's Confront the Unknown do?
+1/+1, because they had a clue.
Okay.
Alright.
Seems fine. I will say those watches in the web, they were real good.
They didn't play any artifacts or enchantments.
Nope.
And we don't have any...
We could play Murderous Axe.
I don't think that's good.
Just because our creatures being a little bit bigger meant they couldn't have done anything for several more turns.
Yeah, but
Specifically, if Watcher in the Web were bigger.
yes, Watcher Web is good as a 4/10. You need a lot of madness cards to make that card worth it. More than
No,
two.
you just need to click it on one big creature and hold the line forever.
I mean,
One Watcher
all
to
they
rule
need
them all.
is one removal.
They
spell.
would have never been able to attack us.
That's good.
Oh, whew, that's rough.
We have a 2-drop and then 2 3-drops.
Yep.
We can play our whole hand if we draw one land.
Yep. I hate the 2-landers. They're the worst.
No, the no-landers are the worst. And we're playing a turn 2 possible 4/4 if they don't have
man,
a 2.
I hope. Where were you last game, Soren? If we win this game because of Soren again, I will laugh so hard. Because
All we have to do is hit any land, and we have all of the lands we need. Oh, they're lucky.
They are exceptionally lucky. And we are exceptionally unlucky. Be sure to attack.
We can't attack.
Oh. See, we look like we're dirtily players doing that, but we really just didn't have anything. That's odd. They didn't crack the vessel to try to find a land.
They probably
just
misclicked.
skipped.
They probably have 6'd.
Oh, because we skipped the turn so fast?
Yeah, that can happen.
Alright, so attack.
We're waiting for them to press priority.
They're too busy complaining.
Right. If we draw land, we'll play a Filled Scarecrow, and we'll sack it.
Oh yeah, they actually complained about misclicking just now.
Yeah.
Somebody saying something?
No.
Can't read it from over there.
No. We're just going to try to beat them to death with a 4/4 on turn 2.
Seriously?
Yeah, I mean,
That's why I hate 2-landers.
sometimes you don't. We've drawn, what, 3 cards?
Believe so.
Next turn, if we don't draw one, then we'll be really beating the odds, but we'll probably get one next turn and then play a series of 3 and 4 drops.
So would we play Tooth Collector just to get all the value, or do we just want to go for the wild scare?
If I get a swamp, I'll play Tooth Collector and kill that. Because they'll probably play creature.
That's a little greedy.
It is, but oh wow, they're just playing do nothing enchantments.
So that makes me not want to kill the 3/1.
That also makes me not want to kill the 3/1. Don't worry, we don't have that option.
We're about to discard, aren't we?
Yep.
What do I want to discard?
A crow. We can do a crow, or we can do a throttle or revenant. Probably revenant. Or a hunter. I think a revenant.
Revenant.
I mean, it's been several turns. We're on turn 6. We've drawn 6 lands, or 6 cards that weren't lands.
Hey, they killed something.
With a throttle, yeah.
Let's chop a Scarecrow this time, I think.
I think I dropped the throttle or the dead weight.
Drop the throttle then. I would rather drop the Scarecrow.
Well, yeah, I mean, it is pretty unlikely we'll draw on the non-land. Next turn, we'll drop the Scarecrow.
Oh, look at that. If we draw a land, we can... whatever. Yeah, I think we drop the Scarecrow still.
I mean, you know, someday we'll get...
I mean, if you're going to lose like this is, you know, the most disappointing way you can possibly lose.
We've only drawn 8 cards.
This is what makes Magic not fun.
Yeah, I agree.
And the best part was they must have had a bad hand too, because they couldn't capitalize on it. Don't they flip the thing now? Yep, they flip the thing now.
Yeah, so they'll have 2 4/4s. We'll lose pretty quickly now. We also have that ability. 1, 2, 3. No,
We have 3.
We have 3.
Wow.
Okay, so we can play the mole, and it can block there.
Okay,
Or we can play the scarecrow.
that's fine. Let's just play them all. Because really, we'll just double block.
Yeah.
We'll double block them all. Or we'll double block the 4/4. Or double block the other 4/4.
Never mind. I mean, sometimes you just don't draw a land until turn 9, Brad, and then you lose the game.
Like I said, that's the most disappointing way you could possibly lose. However, we built a good deck. Alright. Well, that was a fun game.
It was so fun.
I don't know why you played that instead of the Tooth Collector, but whatever. We're gonna lose either way.
I played the Tooth Collector.
I mean, instead of the Scarecrow.
Oh. Because this can trade here and this can jump block something. I don't think it matters, but...
Oh, it doesn't. We literally just die. Sure. And then block the Skulk. And then we die.
Yay! Alright.
Woo!
Didn't think we were going to go 1-2. Thought we were going to go 2-1. Our opponent made a couple misplays, but...
We didn't draw any lands.
Lands are not always a guarantee. But we got a Sorin, so I only feel a little bad.
Well, I think if we just stop playing now and sell the Sorin, we'll be doing alright.
Alright, guys. Thanks for sticking through us that last match, which
That was pretty
hurt
rough.
all. I do think that if we drew a land all the way up until like turn 7, we might have been okay. Or turn 6. Like if in the first 6 turns we drew a land,
Maybe.
we probably could have gotten there. Like we had a great amount of cards because we drew so many of them instead of lands. Alright guys, Mobius Pick out.